You're back with another edition of The Vault, and I'm here with a special guest, special guest today. How we doing today, Mr.
What's
Alphabet?
what's going on, bro? How you doing, man?
I'm good, brother, man. How your week been going, man? It's a new week.
Uh, I got bad news today, man.
I know. We're gonna get in that first. That was the plan. We gotta get in that first. You know?
Right. Yeah, without a doubt, man. I was kind of surprised with
If you don't mind, you want to tell what's your bad news? You know, why not go ahead and get into it now? What's your bad news?
Well, first off, certain people says that this pandemic that's going around is a hoax. Okay, first and foremost, it's not a hoax. Okay, it's not a hoax. Today, found out. Looking at a lot of reporting, shout out to the ESPN reporters out there. They were the first ones to break the news on it. Seems like there's a bunch of players from the Cowboys and the Houston Texans that have COVID-19, and the most famous of them is Ezekiel Elliott. So, I think people are kind of starting to get lax, and they're kind of forgetting and not taking precautions. It was reported he was in a club on June 7th, I believe it was, and he wasn't wearing a mask. And these guys, they took a little bit of heat. Him and Dak, especially because Dak a little while ago had a
party
birthday party in his house, in his condo. So this hasn't passed yet. As much as we like it to, and it really starts making us wonder. This football season, as much as we love football and all sports, really, this is rolled over into a lot of the other sports league, and this is going to be different this year. With all sports, all of the sporting events is going to be different, from the capacities to what type of if they actually having to have capacity. Are you going to have to wear a mask to the stadiums or
is it going to be no crowd?
Is there going to be no crowd? So all of these things, with everything that's been going on and socially, this is still something that's got to be addressed. And how are these seasons actually going to look going forward?
No, for sure. I agree, man. It sucks. As many people don't know, Zeke's like my favorite player in the league. It sucks that he did. I mean, it just sucks though that he caught it. But once again, as you said already, people are just not being cautious right now. I mean, I was looking at pictures from online, and I have friends, buddies in Florida, like they're on beaches, and people are on beaches, literally no mask on. I mean, and there's thousands of people there. It's like it's crazy.
I've been looking at these pictures and videos from beaches, man. I think I'm watching an episode of Baywatch, man.
Hey, how we doing, Sean, man? Welcome in.
What's going on, man? What's going on?
We just talking about Zeke, and we was talking about how he got confirmed to having COVID. So
yeah. The article I read on that, it seems like he's had it already, like for a little while now. And I think it's just coming out to the public that he has it.
That's what it seemed like when I was reading it. That's what it did seem like. And I wasn't for sure that totally. But even still with the case, once again, Zeke, we all know, is a little reckless with his personal life.
Oh, yeah. He's still young, man. He's still young.
Yeah, I mean, he is. And I get it. That's what I said. But when I know for sure, when he opened up, when everything opened back up, we know he was in the clubs. He was in the bars. He was out. Yeah. He was out and about. That's for sure.
I don't think it was just him, though.
No, it's not. I mean, that's what they said. They said it's Texan players, too, though. They said it was Texan players and Cowboys players.
Yeah, because, Texas is one of them states, man. When everything opened up, it's open.
Yeah.
It's time.
Like, recently, like, just the barber shops and stuff just opened up, Restaurants, a lot of the restaurants are open, but most of it now is just dealing with capacity. It's like, okay, 50% capacity. I went to go mail off some stuff today. It's like there was only like 4 of us in the postal annex. So I mean, it's still stuff that's going on, and we gotta still be cognizant of it. Contrary to what some people say, and I'm not gonna mention any names, but their initials are the President of the United States. This is not a hoax. So we need to take, even if you don't believe certain stuff, I implore people out there to, uh, take take precautions and take care of yourself.
Yeah, of
Yeah,
course.
for sure. Um, I just advise people, like I said, just stay safe at the end of the day. Like this pandemic isn't over, even though, like I said, people are trying to make it like it is. It's not over yet. Stay safe. No one wants to get sick. Nobody wants anybody to get sick. So just stay safe out there, though.
I'll just say, treat it like you would treat anything else. You know what I mean? Like you can go outside and get the fever. You can go outside and get the flu. You know what I mean?
There's
Just
an
being
old,
in
there's an
those
old
in
saying,
those positions on earth.
there's an old saying that goes, man, it's better to need it, to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. So even, whether you believe or not, just take a precaution, man. Just and hell, if you need a mask, let somebody know. I mean, there's a lot of people out there that are selling masks. They're, designer masks. I got a couple. Hell, I got a couple of designer masks I had made just.
Yeah.
But I'm vain, so I mean, it's different for me though. So
So I ask you guys though,
I
do
got
we
the
think?
I got the Super Bear right here. I got it right here next to me. You know what I'm saying? Stay ready. So, just do your thing.
So real quick before we get into our topic, so I ask you guys then, do we feel like the season's gonna go on still, even though I think this puts the season into jeopardy. I mean, I think the season's already in jeopardy as it is. I think the season's in more jeopardy now that it's more players just getting it now. So what do you guys
I
think?
don't
The
feel
season's gonna
like
go on or no?
I don't feel like the season's in jeopardy until August. Like I'm gonna play it day by day, man. I'm gonna just keep the faith alive that football's gonna start on time. That they're gonna have this thing under control within the next month or so. But until August comes and they're just like, you know what, we're not doing it, then I ain't gonna lose no hope. I ain't gonna lose no faith.
I understand that. That's like I said, it's completely understandable. All right, so let's get into it. Let's get into our topics today. As usual, we go football and basketball on this. We're gonna go with football first because last week we went basketball heavy. So this is something I thought was pretty interesting. What team has the best chance of becoming the next NFL dynasty? And I'm pretty sure they're excluding the Chiefs because obviously they have a good chance too. Obviously, so other than the Chiefs, who has the best chance of becoming an NFL dynasty?
Go ahead, Sean.
We have to. Do we have to pick from the players that I'm looking at?
No, no, no. Any team, any team.
Oh, the Cowboys. The Cowboys definitely. I'm gonna let you
Ooh.
know that. I'm gonna let you know that. I'm taking it right there. Yes,
And
I'm
I
a
get
homer.
called,
Yes, I'm being biased.
I get called the Cowboys homer. I get called the Cowboys
Yeah,
homer. Go ahead though, man.
Call me what you want. If you see the way my team is being constructed, I'm still telling y'all, and I'm still gonna keep saying it. Now that I'm looking at it even furthermore, I believe this whole Dak Prescott thing is a hoax. I feel like Dak Prescott is already paid already. I feel like they just gonna tell you that he just got paid before the first game of the season. I'm telling you, because at this point, it just doesn't make any sense for these. Some of these bargains and rules that are coming out are just nonsense. Like he doesn't want this and he doesn't want that and he just wants. Man, I don't want to hear none of that. He gonna do the same thing Zeke did. He's gonna play probably in the Cowboys uniform, and even if he don't, I'm cool with Andy Dalton and the young boy that they drafted. So I feel like we got a real strong chance with our young receiving core, with our young running back, with the defense being relatively young. You know what I mean? And they're signed for a couple of years. I feel like we got a strong chance of becoming a dynasty.
so you're going with the Cowboys.
Yes, I'm going with the Cowboys.
All right, Mister Alphabet. Who you going with? It's not a bad answer
I'm
too, Sean.
look, and look. Can we? I'm gonna say. I actually think it's gonna. I know it's an easy pick. I'm gonna say the Chiefs. I'm gonna say the Chiefs. I think they got the best chance this year to repeat because I think they actually got better. They got better. Patrick Mahomes is a year better. They have all the same receivers. They still got Kelsey. And I think Hilaire is an upgrade over Damian Williams. And Damian Williams is not a bad back. I think Damian Williams is one of the most underrated backs in the league. And you add Damian Williams, I mean you add Hilaire to that with what offensively what they have, they put such a strain on every team that they play because you have to. I tell people all the time when you're playing against the Chiefs, you have to defend every blade of grass because they
True.
have speed everywhere, they have athletes everywhere, they have weapons everywhere, and I don't care what they did on defense. They put such a strain on you offensively. They can jump up on you 21-28 to nothing. And if they get up on you like that, it's over. It's over. And now they have a running game now where they can milk the clock, milk the clock out at the end of the game. And Patrick Mahomes is better. I I think Patrick Mahomes has the potential to be an all-time great. And
Oh, for sure.
that's hot. I mean, I know that that's high praise, and I don't want to seem too presumptuous, and I don't want to go into it with rose-colored glasses. But everything that I've seen from Patrick Mahomes, barring some, knock on wood, barring some cataclysmic, career-threatening injury, I think Patrick Mahomes has the potential to be an all-time great Hall of Famer legend. So
No, it's just,
I'm
it's in truth for sure. I mean I totally agree with you on that. That team is definitely good, and actually that defense stepped up when it needed to step up too. Also, so that's one thing that has to be said. That's a good
no
answer
doubt.
too. I'm going with one out the blue. I mean, I'm going with something different. I'm going with Cleveland. I'm going with the Cleveland Browns. Um,
Cleveland.
Here's the reason why. Here's the reason why. Shout out to Walter Ringfield too. He ain't here right now, but
You better get ready. You better get ready to get attacked by my co-host because she gonna get you as soon as she hear this.
I know she is. I know. Look, I know Ramona is. I know she is.
Shout out to my co-host Ramona Die Hard Die. I think she's gonna have something to say about it. But go ahead, bro.
No, so I'm going with Cleveland. Here's the reason why though. The defense is very intact. The defense is good. They're young. They have a lot of hungry defensive players. They have one of the best defensive ends in the league, if not top five. They can anchor their defense down. They have young linebackers, especially in Mac Wilson, who I think has a lot of he has a lot of potential. They have they have one good DB, and they have a couple of potential good DBs back there also. So I like their defense. And their offense, we know what their offense is. Nick Chubb's a good running back. I mean, top 5, top 10 running back. Odell Beckham, when healthy, is a top 5 wide receiver. Jarvis Landry is a great wide receiver. Well, he's a good wide receiver also. They still have David Njoku, and they have Austin Hooper now too. The main factor and the deciding factor is going to come down to Baker Mayfield. And if Baker Mayfield can get his head out of his butt, and actually, get some help from the coach, coach is actually good, which once again, they got a new coach this year. It's a possibility that these guys can be going to the playoffs, winning that division, possibly going to the Super Bowl. I mean, and beating the Chiefs. It's a possibility. Now, I'm not going to say that's going to happen, but it's a possibility, though. I do have full faith in the Browns.
There's a possibility that Haley's comet can hit the earth. There's a possibility. There's a possibility that you can go into the convenience store and do a scratch off and win the lottery. There's a possibility, but is there a lot? Is it likely?
Okay, first of all, it's not likely right now. The way it's looking, it's not likely. I will give you that, but there's a possibility now. We got to give it the possibility, correct? Of course, BJ's in the comments saying they won't win the division. You're a Ravens fan. Of course you think that. And guess I mean obviously truly you guys are really good though. So I'll give you that. Let's move on to the next topic. All right, we got start bench cut. I already know who you cutting. I ain't gonna ask because I know you cutting Richard Sherman, but we got Marlon Humphrey, Richard Sherman, Byron Jones. Start bench cut them.
I'm starting. I'm whew, I'm starting. I'm starting Marlon Humphrey. I'm benching Byron Jones, and I'm cutting Richard Sherman.
Oh, I already knew you were gonna cut Richard Sherman. I was just waiting for you to say it. I'm like,
look, man, look. And I've said it. I've said it a million times, and I'll say it again. Yeah, I've said it. And this is no slight to the San Francisco 49ers, because I think the 49ers are a hell of a team. And I like Richard Sherman personally. I like him intellectually. I like him, I like what he's done. But I've always called Richard Sherman, he's the Draymond Green of football. And what I mean by that is he looks phenomenal He looks absolutely phenomenal when he's playing next to all-star players. He looks incredible. He's talking a lot. He's bumping his gums. And then whenever he's got to go out there and play press-up man coverage one-on-one, he gets roasted. Like them rotisserie chickens, you know when you go into Walmart and you get ready to you know when you get ready to check out at Walmart and they put and your mouth starts watering and they put them chickens right there next to the checkout counter, them rotisserie chickens. That's
You
exactly
lost
what
the
you're talking
market.
about. Yep.
that's Rick
Lost the
Sherman.
market.
They just got roasted, you know. And I don't understand why teams don't pick on him even more because he's never been that fast. Yes, you look
Nope.
incredible. You look absolutely incredible when you have Cam Chancellor
Cam
behind you,
Chancellor.
and Earl Thomas behind you, and you're bumping your gums. So you got that pass rush in front of you. You look good. You look good with that San Francisco pass rush. When they say, "Hey, go over there and lock up this guy," the whole game, follow him the whole game, you get exposed for the fraud that you are in press man coverage. He's a good zone corner. I will give him that. When you talk about straight up, hey, lock up your man, follow him around, he ain't that dude. He ain't that dude. Now Byron Jones, I think Byron Jones, he gets his hands on the ball. His only issue is he don't get interceptions, and that's why Dallas didn't pay him that money. He's going to get his hands. He's going to get pass breakups, and I like that. But if you want the type of money that you want, and I guess Miami thought he was that guy, I'm not giving you that type of money unless you're taking the ball away. But he's still a hell of a corner, and I think Marlon Humphrey's one of the best young corners in the league. He's not Trey White or Stephon Gilmore, but he's that next tier of cornerbacks after those two guys.
All right, Sean.
Can I start cut?
Yeah.
I would start Marlon Humphreys and cut the other two. Honestly, like, I mean, don't get me wrong. Byron Jones is okay. I've always, since Richard Sherman was on the Seahawks, always felt as though he was overrated. He only can play one side of the ball. He doesn't any top tier receiver, they looking at him like a field day. It's not really a challenge when they see Sherman. The only challenge the receiver has is how fast the quarterback's gonna get him the ball. With Byron Jones, the same thing. I think it's obviously the same cornerback. He was number one. He was trash at safety. That's why Dallas had to move him to cornerback in the first place. He was extremely horrible. But in the zone, Byron Jones is lovely. You love him in the zone. But when it's time for man to man, gridiron to gridiron, mano a mano, I don't think Byron Jones is good for that at all.
I think Sherman intercept. Now Sherman will intercept the ball if he gets his hands on it.
Yeah, he will. He will. He played with a receiver somewhere.
Byron Jones ain't had an interception in 2 years. He had an interception
I don't
in
know
2
why I
years.
always feel like you hating on Byron Jones.
Because
Byron Jones is not as good as everybody think he is. That's my thing. I'm trying to.
I've already told y'all, I don't care for guys on my team. Yes, I'm a Cowboys fan, but I'm going to call it. Byron Jones is a very good cornerback, but he's the only issue that I ever had with him was turnovers. He does not take the ball away. He will knock it down. He'll bat it down. He'll slap it down. He'll run with the receiver. He won't get burned, but he's not going to make that he's not going to get that turnover, and that's what I need.
He gives up big plays too, Marcus. You can't forget that. Byron Jones gives up a lot of big plays. A lot of big plays because he gambles. And I hate that. If you're not a smart gambler, then what are you doing it for? You're not a smart gambler.
Well,
you know who was really good at gambling that didn't get the credit, and I hated him when he played for the Eagles. But Asante Samuel was a really good gambler. He could gamble. You know what I mean? Not everybody has that. And Byron Jones used to try it a lot. Had a Woozier trying it, and that's why they used to get beat for a lot of big plays.
All right, so here's my only thing that I have to go on with this as far as such. I'll do my start bench cut. I'll start Marlon Humphrey cut. Start Marlon Humphrey, bench Byron Jones, cut Richard Sherman. Now, I don't. So y'all really do, and not you, Marcus. It's really Sean. He really does not like my guy Byron Jones. Now, here's my only rebuttal to that. Go look up all the top corners coverage stats. And I get it, I understand, but look at all the top corner coverage stats week by week, how many yards they gave up. Now that doesn't show everything. Doesn't show everything, but yards does show some of it. Byron Jones has some of the best stats in the league as far as just giving up yards. Now he does not he does not get turnovers at all. And I agree with you guys on that. But when it comes to coverage, though, he's pretty good at it. At the end of the day, he's pretty good at it. He pretty much shuts his man down literally almost every single week. He's pretty good at doing what he has to do. Now, if he can create turnovers, that man will be a top 5 cornerback in the league.
Like, wait, can I also state this too, Chad?
Go ahead.
I want you to also, because at the end of the day, when you look at it, you have to look at who Byron Jones is covering most of the time. So name me a number 1 receiver in my division, bro.
It doesn't just have to be our division. I act like I didn't play anybody this year, though.
But that's what I'm saying, though. Like, but 6 of his games guaranteed are in the division. He's not for 6 games.
Okay, so
he's not even playing the number 1 receiver.
So 6 out of what? 6 out of 10 games, possibly.
Okay, I mean, so let's look at last year.
We can always look because, like I said, I can pull them up. We can look at his coverage stats.
Let's look at last year for instance, bro.
Right.
What premier receiver did he have to see?
Let me just go down the list. Hold on. No, I'm just gonna go down the list of the people he played. I'm gonna tell you how many yards they gave.
They played against the Vikings. They played against the Vikings, so they saw Stephon Diggs. They played against the Packers, so he played against Devontae Adams. They played against. He got roasted.
I don't think Devontae Adams played when we played against the Packers.
So no. I'm about to tell you everybody he played this year and how many yards he.
John Brown and Cole Beasley.
Well, I'm gonna tell you how many yards he gave up to everybody this year who we played against. I'm just gonna tell you. I'm gonna go down the list. First week you played Cody Latimer. He sucks. I get it. 22 yards. Secondly, you played Terry McLaurin. We can all agree that Terry McLaurin is an up and coming wide receiver, correct? I mean, yeah.
Terry McLaurin?
Yeah. He gave up 62 yards against him. Third week he played Preston Williams. Preston Williams sucks. He didn't guard Devontae Adams. I mean Devontae Parker. I don't know why. Whatever it is. Fourth week he played Michael Thomas. He only gave 29 yards against Michael Thomas. He played good against him. That's for sure. Hey, Marquez Valdez-Scantling, he played the next week. Gave up 46 yards. Alshon Jeffrey didn't play the season, so he didn't play against Alshon Jeffrey. I don't know why that's on there. Regardless would it be. He played against Stephon Diggs this season. He gave up 21 yards on 4 targets this year. He played against Mike Hill.
One of them a touchdown? What was one of them a touchdown?
Yeah, one of them was a touchdown. I mean,
so you got to count that.
Okay. I'm sorry. I didn't count the touchdown. He gave up a touchdown to one of the better wide receivers in the league. I apologize about that. No, he also played.
Don't act like Deion Sanders never got. Deion Sanders used to play against Jerry Rice and Michael Irvin and Chris Carter. He got beat sometimes. Let's not, cornerback.
Do you hear the receivers you just named? Oh my God!
So Michael Thomas isn't a top 3 wide receiver in the league. Stephon Diggs is a top 10. I mean, wait, but
I'll give you Thomas, but that all depends on the Saints and Cowboys games are normally like that. They're not high scoring games, so it's like okay, whatever.
So can I ask you something there? I gotta.
How many points did the Bills score against us? Sean?
I don't remember.
Wasn't it like 30 points? 32 points? They lit us up. That was a little bit embarrassing. I was ready to fire Jason Garrett that day. And then they made Sam Darnold look like Joe Namath. They did. Look, man, we gotta call it. Byron Jones was not the he wasn't at fault for that stuff. I mean, it was the back half of their defense has always been questionable, and he was one of the lone bright spots in that secondary. Now, once again, I'm not making me personally. You know how I am about. I'm thrifty.
He's not worth all the money he got. I can tell you that.
I'm not making him the top paid cornerback in the league. I'm not. Absolutely not. I don't think he is anymore. But when he got paid a few months ago, he was the highest paid cornerback in the league. So obviously,
Darius Slay now.
Okay, Darius Slay.
Which he doesn't deserve that money either, but that's a different conversation. Yeah, that's a different conversation.
He's going to get picked on. He's going to get picked on in Philly. What?
No, the person that's going to get picked on is going to be Josh Norman, but we'll
They
say
gonna-
that for the conversation too.
Hey, we're gonna move on to the next topic. I don't want Bills fans to get their feathers ruffled. Next topic: underrated wideouts. So you got Kenny Galladay, Devontae Parker, DJ Moore, and we got Cortland Sutton. And I forgot his first name, but for the Steelers, Johnson. Though I don't know why I'm drawing a blank on his first name. Is there anybody you should?
That's
Yeah.
Deontay Johnson.
Yep, Deontay Johnson. There it is. Is there anybody we should take off this list? Anybody that should be on this list?
Is it underrated?
It's underrated. I like Devontae Parker. I really like Devontae Parker, but he just kind of this was kind of like his best year. But I think he's an incredible talent. I just think that the Miami Dolphins quarterback situation has been terrible. I don't know if y'all had seen this a couple of weeks ago. Him and
Michael Thomas.
Michael Thomas, they were having like a Twitter spat. He was like, "Look, if I had a Hall of Fame quarterback my whole career, look what would my numbers be too, you know?" So, I mean, I think Devontae Parker's Johnson. I don't really like Deontay Johnson on this list. I don't really like him on this.
There is a receiver missing though. There is a receiver that's underrated.
There is a receiver missing, and I think I know where you're going to go with this too, Sean. Michael Gallup.
Michael Gallup
needs to. People better start paying attention to that guy. And I think this year, with the addition of CeeDee Lamb, I think he had. People forget this guy had 1,100 yards last year, and you add CeeDee Lamb.
Mark my words, he's gonna have the best numbers. What? He's gonna have the best numbers out of the receiving group. I really feel like he is.
I like this list. I like Kenny Galladay on this list. And he should be in the middle. If anything, he should be the big picture because Kenny Galladay is a beast. Like that boy is something else. No question about it. Like he's definitely underrated. He was doing some of the part of the season. He was doing this stuff without Matthew Stafford. He was just doing it whoever he got put in front of. The guy's a beast. Devontae Parker's good. He speaks for himself. He just doesn't have a quarterback. Cortland Sutton, we all know what Cortland Sutton does. We've seen what he's done. I like DJ Moore, and I like this pick. A lot of people, when I tell you guys that, hey, DJ Moore is good, because y'all say Christian McCaffrey doesn't have any help over there. He doesn't have help at quarterback. But DJ Moore, he's pretty good, guys. I'm going to be honest with you here. I'm not going to say definitively he's a number one wide receiver, but I will tell you that he's pretty good, though. He'll get the job done for sure. Is there anybody that I think is missing?
I got another one. I really like him.
Go ahead.
I probably like him more than most. A.J. Brown from Tennessee. The Tennessee Titans. I think that kid, man. Look, with him, a lot of people are talking about Deebo Samuel and DK Metcalf. I think A.J. Brown. I think
A.J. Brown and Terry McLaurin are the best wide receivers out of that draft. That's just me, though. That just passed.
I don't think.
A.J. Brown and who?
I'm Terry McLaurin.
I'm telling you, yeah, I really think that A.J. Brown, if they could keep some consistency at quarterback, and hopefully last season with Ryan Tannehill wasn't a fluke. But I think A.J. Brown, man, he is a monster, man. He's really a monster. People, people are always going to always stack the box against
Derrick Henry.
Yeah. He's always going to have good looks. He's always going to have good looks. So yeah, AJ Brown's another one. I would actually take Deontay Johnson off this list and I put AJ Brown on it.
So I got one more underrated person I feel like that should be on this list, and I'm saying John Brown. I think John Brown should be on this list. I think it's rightfully so. I think he's been consistent over the years for sure. Josh Allen's not a great quarterback by any means, but he is decent enough to get him the ball at times. But we've seen John Brown be open, but I don't know how, but he overthrows. Josh Allen just overthrows John Brown. Just think if he had a quarterback, though, that hit the mark every single time. Like the man cooked Stephon Gilmore, who we consider a top 2 cornerback in the league. He cooked Stephon Gilmore. So just think, if he had an actual quarterback that can get him the ball on every single play, I don't know. That's scary. To be honest with you, that's pretty scary.
John Brown, he's always had the skills, and he's another one. Yeah, I'll give him props. I think the addition of Stephon Diggs is going to make life easier for both John Brown and Cole Beasley. I think you could see 2 Bills receivers with 1,000 yards. I'm going to call that early. That's if Josh Allen could, and I say this all the time, and shout out to my boy Ronald Enix, because me and him, we go back and forth, and it's get well soon, brother.
Yes, for sure.
Soon, brother.
I think if Josh Allen can take that step and spread the ball around and just hit God, get the ball to him. You got guys that are going to get that yak yardage once they're playmakers. Once John Brown, if he gets behind you, he's gone. Cole Beasley, I think he doesn't get enough props for being a really good slot receiver, and that should make things just way better. Stephon Diggs will make life easier for all of those players over there.
Well, that's because he's not a top 5 slot receiver.
Ricky said
talent though.
Yeah, no doubt.
He's not. Ricky said Chris Godwin. Yeah,
That's who I was going to say, Chris Godwin, and I was wondering, did y'all say him? If you're going to put Michael Gallup in there, which was a Cowboys homer pick, how are you not going to put Chris Godwin there?
How was Michael Gallup a homer pick? How do you sound? Wait a minute. How was that a homer pick?
Michael Gallup is a homer pick for y'all. Stop playing.
How? How was Michael Gallup a homer pick?
Michael Gallup is a homer pick.
How was that a homer pick?
You're not a Cowboys fan?
He had over. Did he not have the stats to back it up?
Okay. Did Chris Godwin not have the stats to back it up?
Did it? That's all I'm asking. Did Michael Gallup not have the stats to back it up?
Did Chris Godwin not have the stats to back it up?
I'm not saying that, but I didn't say Chris Godwin was a homer pick either.
No. I said Michael Gallup was a homer pick for y'all.
That's not a homer pick.
I don't think it's a homer pick. I mean, hold on. I don't think it's a homer pick because I do think
Michael Gallup has better numbers than the receivers that's on that list.
Yes, I agree. Well,
yes, he does.
Not all of them.
Well, I think Kenny Galladay.
Not all numbers is what I'm saying. When you
I think Kenny Galladay is a bona fide number. Is Kenny Galladay? Is he a number 1? I think
he's the number 1.
I think Kenny Galladay is number 1. I think I love Cortland Sutton is my favorite.
I think Cortland Sutton is going to have a hell of a year. I
think Marvin Jones is the number 1.
Marvin
Jones, he dropped too much.
Marvin Jones.
I thought he was the number 1 though. I thought he was the number 1.
No, he's not the number 1. Kenny Galladay is the number 1. He used to be. He's not the number 1.
No, I'm not saying as far as talent wise. I'm not saying as far as who's better. I'm saying I think that he's just number 1 over there.
It's possible he might be. I'm not too for sure. How we doing? Hey, how we doing, Andre? How we doing, Dennis? Too. I didn't say what's up. How we doing, guys? How we doing, fellas?
Hey, what's going on?
I had the wrong time down. That was my fault.
You're fine,
Okay.
brother. You're fine.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? What's going on? Are we talking about what are we talking about? Wide receivers?
It's underrated wide receivers.
Okay, so Michael Gallup. Somebody just mentioned Michael Gallup, right?
Yeah. Cowboy fans mention Michael Gallup.
Okay, so Michael Gallup is not.
You're crazy.
So Michael Gallup is not better than Galladay. He's not better than Sutton. He's not better than DJ Moore. I'll give him Devontae Parker and Johnson.
He is better than DJ Moore.
I'll give you Cortland Sutton. I'll give you Kenny Galladay.
I'm not hating, but I think him and DJ Moore is a conversation. I'm not going to say that.
Here's why I'm going to say it's a conversation right here.
Well, here's my question. How was DJ Moore in the conversation when DJ Moore had more than Cortland Sutton?
No, not Cortland Sutton. We talking about him and Michael Gallup. DJ Moore, Michael Gallup.
Yeah, but I said DJ Moore had more yards, had more production than Cortland Sutton last year.
But see, Cortland Sutton's a better wide receiver. Cortland Sutton only had 3 drops last year.
Cortland Sutton probably going to produce more this year.
But who are they sharing the field with? Who they sharing the field with? Who they sharing the field with?
Cortland Sutton ain't sharing the field with nobody.
Listen, so that's what I'm saying.
Hang on.
So
last
that's
year,
what I'm
saying. Last year, who was the number 2 wide receiver?
Right. But the fact that Michael Gallup shares the field with Cooper and get the numbers is crazy.
Who? Say it again. Who? Say it again.
Hamilton.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, Tayshaun Hamilton.
His running back barely had 1,000 yards.
Here's what I'll say. Here's what I'll say real quick about the Michael Gallup and DJ Moore thing. I will say that DJ Moore is better than Michael Gallup, and here's the only reason why. DJ Moore was playing with a horrible quarterback this whole entire year. He still got the yards that he needs to get.
He went to a third-string quarterback.
He still got the yards that he needs to get.
I
feel like if you put DJ Moore on that offense with the Cowboys, he's gonna have the same amount of yards as Michael Gallup to the equation.
But okay.
I feel like the same way Michael Gallup produced with the wide receivers and weapons he had in Dallas. You have to include the fact that DJ Moore played with a third string. If you're gonna add,
you're breaking.
That's my thought.
Well, I'm just saying I don't. The person on this list that I don't think belongs on this list is Deontay Johnson. But we'll see. What is Deontay Johnson going to look like with Ben Roethlisberger? Because he didn't get to play with.
My thing is that if you don't look good without Ben Roethlisberger, then you shouldn't be on the list. That's my whole thing.
That's okay. I mean, well, look at these guys. Look at these guys quarterback. You got with Kenny Golladay. You had.
Dennis, I agree with.
You had Uber
I agree
drivers,
to a certain extent.
You had Uber drivers throwing to Kenny Golladay. You had a 4-string quarterback throwing to Deontay Johnson. You had Ryan Fitzpatrick.
DJ Moore had a 3rd string thrown to him. I'm not trying to hear that. I'm not.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Look, who did Deontay Johnson have thrown to him? Duck Hodges.
Y'all make it seem like these 3rd
but these guys, listen. God, y'all pick these backup quarterbacks. This is your problem in Pittsburgh. If you want a real backup quarterback, then go get one. You can easily go get a good backup quarterback. But if you want to keep stuck around with Duck Goose and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, then so be it. I'm not throwing you a pity party because you got Duck Goose and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
Okay, so I guess you could also draft a quarterback in the 2nd round when you got a 1st-round pick started, right?
Well, yes, you can. You can have a better outcome. Yes, you can.
Okay, let me say this. Let me say this real quick, Dennis. I agree with you to a certain extent. The only reason why I say to a certain extent is because 3rd and 4th string quarterbacks aren't gonna make those throws that starters make. The throws that Ben Roethlisberger is going to make.
Russell Wilson started off as a 3rd string quarterback.
Hold on, let me finish. The throws that Ben Roethlisberger would make. The throws that Ben Roethlisberger would make, Duck Hodges is not going to make. In fact, he probably would tuck the ball down and do something else with it.
I'll give you Duck Hodges. I'll give you Duck Hodges. Okay, I'll give you Duck Hodges. But Mason Rudolph was supposed to be way better than Kyle Allen. All right.
Oh, please. And let me ask you this question: when he played against the Bills, what elite throws did you see Mason Rudolph make?
The only throw I see Mason Rudolph make that was elite when he threw his head into that helmet. If you want me to be honest.
I'm done.
If you want me to be honest, all right?
I get with you.
I'm just letting you know. But I'm just talking like we talk about talent-wise, though, on serious note. If we talk about talent-wise, Mason Rudolph, coming out of college, had more talent-wise hype than Kyle Allen, who was the quarterback for DJ Moore.
Surely did. I agree. I totally agree. There's no argument there.
Thank you. That's all I want to say.
All right, we're gonna move on to the next topic.
Do y'all read y'all comments? You want to go through your comments?
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, Dennis, you got it?
No, I don't. I had to send them.
I got you right here. Let's see. I'm gonna start with Jared Muller. Everyone gives up a touchdown every once in a while. This is going back to cornerback thing. Everyone gets up a touchdown once in a while. Darrell Revis was the greatest man coverage corner in NFL history. He got beat by Stevie Johnson in front. No, Darrell Revis was not the greatest man coverage corner in NFL history.
So who was it?
Deion Sanders. Case closed. I'm not even gonna argue that with y'all. Kellen Lane says 31 Buffalo. Trey White. Kellen for the culture. Byron Jones is not that good.
What's the next one? Next slide.
Hey Marcus. Is Jones better than Bradbury?
Oh, swanky.
Okay. Jared Muller, relax. Slay deserves it. He's been a great corner in the league lately, and the Eagles have been looking for a real number one since Asante Samuel.
This gridiron grill. Oh.
This guy know his stuff, man.
He said, "Is Bradbury better than Jones?"
Okay, I swear to listen. I swear to God, people are so stuck on the fact that Byron Jones had no interceptions.
Thank you.
I need you to specifically look up, since we talking analytics, I need you to look up his completion against percentage with wide receivers against him. I need you to look up what he is in the league. He is top 5 in the league.
Thank you.
In like 6 different categories. Hold on. Let me finish. He is top 5 in 6 different categories. Go look it up. I promise you. I have the stats.
Thank you, Andre.
Here's the second thing.
Wait, hold up, Drake. Let me say this real quick before you throw that out there.
Go ahead.
There's 2 Cowboy fans in here that don't believe he's that good either.
Oh, but guess what? Guess what? So what? That doesn't stop the facts. Just because they Cowboys. First of all, they're not. Hold on. First of all, they're not Cowboys fans. They're fanatics. They're enthusiasts. Let's get off the fandom stuff, because as soon as you say fandom, it sounds biased. Now, the other thing is there's a cornerback in Washington who is better than Bradbury. You might want to look him up.
Supposedly your cornerback is better than Bradbury.
What's going on with Bradbury? What's the Bradbury?
Can I ask a question?
Who is my corner?
Jair Alexander.
Oh, Jair nice. Jair nice, but Jair has to put all the pieces of the puzzle together. He has to be more versatile. That's Jair's problem.
Now let me say something right now. I don't like this list.
Wait, can I ask a question though?
Go ahead. Before we start this list,
because he just stated how Byron Jones, was top and all of that. But wasn't Austin Wilder there before he went to the Eagles?
Yeah, he was.
Oh, okay. And he turned.
What does that mean? I mean, but once again, what does that mean? Austin Wilder was pretty. Austin Wilder was old.
Now we got the old excuses. Austin Wilder was old. He was just shut down in Oakland, but when he got to Philly, he couldn't do nothing.
Was he not old? Can I ask you that? Was he not old?
He was top 5 in every stat.
No, it wasn't that he was old. So supposedly he came off an injury. Keyword was supposedly. That's what I said.
Once again, was he not 31 when he went to the Eagles? Was he not 30 to 31? Because I'm pretty sure he was.
It don't even matter. He wasn't.
No, it matters. No. Because intellectual knows once you get 30 to 31, you start losing a step a little. You start losing that crazy step a little. Because once again, hold on.
How good he was on the Raiders.
Hold on. You start losing a step a little. Go back to Darrell Revis. He started losing a step at 30 to 31. That's when AJ Green was over there giving him a business.
No,
he was giving him a business. Yes.
He was giving him the business when he was the man with Rex Ryan. He was
giving him the business.
Listen, Stevie J been giving him the business for a long time.
I didn't say Stevie J. I said AJ Green. I said AJ Green when AJ Green put up one
in that last season. It was in that last season of his, pretty much in the first game. AJ Green took a
first game of the season. AJ Green gave him 3 touchdowns and 3 touchdowns and over 100 yards.
But wait, how old is
Gilmore? My fantasy right up.
How old is Gilmore, Chadwick?
Stephon is dirty. I mean, but once again.
No, wait. You said when you get to 30 to 31.
Once again.
But he was just number 2 in the NFL.
Once again, you also have to look at the schemes. You also have to look at the schemes when it comes down back to it. You have to look at, do they play mostly man? Do they play mostly zone? That's one thing why Richard Sherman was an all-pro this year. He played mostly zone. He's not a man cover. He's not a man cover. He's a zone corner.
But
that's where he excels at.
Wait, hold on. A lot of people forget this. A lot of people forget that Darrell Reeves went to Tampa Bay in his prime, and they tried to make him his own corner, and he looked terrible.
He did.
Now, a lot of people forget that.
I get what you're saying, but Sean, let's move on to the next topic. Let's go. Top 10 linebackers according to Gridiron Grill. You got Bobby Wagner at 1, Khalil Mack at 2, Chandler Jones at 3, 4 Von Miller, 5 Darius Leonard, TJ Watt 6, Deion Jones 7, Levante David's 8, 9 Jadeveon Clowney, which we'll get to that.
Trash.
And then 10 Jay Mosley. Fellas.
Are you showing that list right now?
Will change? Do you not see it?
I have an issue with this list because they just mixed up. They just look
outside linebackers, middle linebackers.
They're putting middle linebackers and 3
for sure.
Outside linebackers. To me,
Jadeveon Clowney it's definitely different.
Jadeveon Clowney is a 4-3. He's a 4-3 defensive end. Or
So
at least that's what he should. That's
pretty much
what he
Chandler
should
Jones
do.
too.
That's what I think. Chandler Jones, to me, he's better suited at 4-3 defensive end. So
One thing is though,
I'm taking Jadeveon Clowney off of this.
Okay.
I'm taking Jadeveon Clowney off this list. I'm taking Chandler Jones off this list.
What about Deion?
I don't have a.
Come on. If you take Jadeveon off, you got to take Deion
At this
off.
point in his career, I think Khalil Mack's mostly a DN now too, though.
Right.
Also, I would take him off as well. If you're
So
talking
we're
about
taking these people out. Who we putting in though? We just took out 3 people.
I would want to start thinking about traditional like interior linebackers more so, or
I'm
like
okay with that. That's why I get that.
Yeah.
So
or 3-4.
I'm taking off Jadeveon Clowney and I'm putting Tremont Edmonds. I'm putting Edmonds on this list.
Everybody in Buffalo, he's trying to run for mayor. He's trying to run for mayor. Watch out.
No, I'm not. I keep telling you, look, I'm not a baker. I don't sugarcoat. I will give credit where credit's due.
he's a top 10. He's a top 10 linebacker for sure. I mean, he's a top 10.
I'm not putting Jadeveon. I'm not putting Jade. Oh, I'm taking T.J. Watt off this. I'm taking him off.
Oh, I'm not taking T.J. Watt off now.
Yeah, because T.J. Watt actually
Watt
drops
is
in
a 3-4 D.
occasionally. He's not like strictly a pass rusher.
I mean,
he's a 3-4 outside. I'm definitely taking Clowney and I'm definitely taking Chandler Jones off.
Yeah,
without a doubt.
No Jalen Smith.
That's what
I would put Jalen. I would put Jalen Smith instead of C.J. Mosley right now.
I like
C.J.
Mosley
Mosley's
instead
been
of C.J. Mosley. C.J. Mosley
hurt and all that. He's been hurt.
Jalen Smith kind of fell off last year when his sidekick wasn't there with him. He kind of and I think a lot of that was from bad defensive line play because they didn't really have big bodies up there. I think he'll have a lot more success this season with them adding Dontari Poe and Gerald McCoy.
I gotta say it. I gotta keep it real.
He's got a big old 350-pound defensive tackle and about a 315-pound defense. He got about 650 pounds of beef in front of him. So I think that'll allow him and Leighton Vander Esch to run sideline to sideline.
I'm gonna say this now, and I'm
definitely putting Edmonds on this list. So shout out to my Buffalo people out there. I like the kid. I think he's the next generation of superstar linebackers.
All right, if somebody's putting on Edmonds, I'm putting on my guy Devin White.
Yeah, Devin White.
Oh, definitely White and Bush.
I didn't want to do it because I think it's just too early.
Bush
but
too.
if Edmonds gets on there, those two are getting on there too.
I'll say Devin Bush and White. Both of them. I like them both. They're dogs.
I think White would be the best linebacker.
Hold on, time out. Devin White? You're putting on Devin White because Tremont Edmonds is on the list? Well, I got a question for you. Hold on. I got a question for you, Jarrett. Tell me another linebacker in 2018 as a rookie who had over 120 tackles, had multiple sacks, multiple forced fumbles, multiple fumble recoveries, and had 3 interceptions. Name one.
I will tell you one that played 12 games and had basically the same thing, and that was Devin White, who had 91 tackles in 12 games.
Okay, he had 91.
And he had multiple
fumbles.
I'll pull up his exact stats though. I don't want to miss.
He had 90.
Go ahead.
He had 91 tackles, 2.5 sacks, 1 interception. I have him up right here.
Right.
Don't agree enough to put him on the list yet, and nor does Devin Bush. They are talented. Just because Tremaine Evans is on Tremaine Evans on this list does not mean that these
Tremaine
two
is nice.
Tremaine is
And,
nice.
and he had
He's
multiple
truly nice. He's been nice for 2
TFLs.
now.
Bro, don't sleep on Devin White with Devin Bush.
No one's
Yeah,
sleeping on him. They're talented. They're talented. No
fact,
I
one's
mean,
sleeping.
Devin White had
Evans this
multiple of
year-
everything too. If you really look at the other stats as well, I mean, he had 4 fumbles recoveries, 3 forced fumbles, 3 pass deflections, 5 QB hits, 4
No,
tackles.
and once again, I get it.
And he
I
only
get it.
played
That's
12
top
games.
10 numbers. That's top 10 numbers in 12 games.
And he
Like,
only as a rookie.
I
12
get
games.
it, and I understand it. I get it. That's why I said I get it. But once again, I'm not going off for one season, because if that's the case, we're gonna sit here and say one season of body of work is gonna put you in the top 10 list. I just can't go down with that. That's not me. I can't put somebody on one
So
season of
wait,
work.
what? No rookies on here? Is that what you're trying to say?
But
I'm
we're
not.
going
Absolutely
year
not.
to year, though. If we're
We are
going year
going.
to year,
We are going year to year. There was people's stats. There were
your
people's
last
stats.
performance is all we have to go on.
There were people's stats that were better than his, and that's just the truth behind it.
Oh,
And
stop.
Tremaine Evans' stats were better than his. Yes, it was in 12 games. I get it, but your best availability is availability. That's one thing. That's one thing.
It's
So he
not
was
like he's an
available.
injury-prone player. It wasn't like anything serious. He just missed 4 games.
I get you, and I understand
So you
that.
can't
point.
hold availability really against him. That was his
I
first
mean,
injury.
once again, 4 games that he missed that Tremaine Evans played, right? Correct.
Devin White hasn't missed a game since, besides eject, he had to miss the first half of the game, the bowl game against UCF. He hasn't missed a game since almost before high school.
I get it. I understand it. Once again, though, there's 4 games that he didn't play, right? Is
Who's
that
Devin
correct?
White playing for?
So you telling me for 4 games he's not top 10?
I'm not.
I think he's going to be the
putting somebody
best
up there for a body
Buccaneers
of work.
linebacker this year.
I'm not putting somebody up there for 1 year body work, because this next year he can look to her. It's a possibility, right?
Well, how does everybody else get up there?
Once again, I've seen 2 years.
Hold on, time out though. Hold on, while we talking about Tremaine. Yeah, but George, while we talking about Tremaine Evans, I think you need to show them the numbers again, so we don't have this.
No. We know Tremaine Evans is there. There's no doubt about
I'm saying if he's up there,
doing it 2 years in a row.
I don't think that it's just that
improved.
because he's up there and Devin White's up there. That's not my conversation.
Yeah,
Tremaine Evans,
Devin White earned it. Devin White earned a spot in the top 10.
So
what if he did? What if he
who
did,
is
Sean?
Devin Bush numbers? Somebody give me Devin Bush numbers.
I said Devin Bush too.
I think Devin Bush deserves it.
I said that too.
Sean, what is his numbers? What is his, I mean, Sean, what is so since he's up there, what is he at then? Where does he rank at in the top 10?
Who, Devin White?
Yeah, where does he rank at?
I get those two confused.
7.
White and Bush. Devin White and Devin Bush. I get them confused.
Yeah.
Where does he
And
rank
you know
at?
what else I get confused? I get the linebacker from the Pittsburgh Steelers confused too, because they all came out the same year.
Oh no, wait! I didn't shout answer my question. I'm just curious. Where does he rank at?
I said 7.
So you have him above Levante David?
He'll be better. He'll be better.
He will be, but he's not there, right? So you have him above Levante David?
So what is top 10
Levante
then?
David? Hell no.
Does it not say top 10 linebackers 2020?
Yeah, but they're ranking them though. That's
All
not
right,
just.
so then that's what I'm going off of. Who I think will be better in 2020. I think
Well, Levante David is top 3 though.
Is he?
Yes,
top 3?
Absolutely.
Levante
Absolutely.
David is top 3.
Traditional linebacker, yes, absolutely. Yes, absolutely.
I think Levante Davis, and like I said, we opened up a couple of spots because some of these guys, I'm not having them at linebacker. To me,
we know for sure.
To me, Jadeveon Clowney's not a traditional linebacker.
Jadeveon Clowney ain't a top 5 outside linebacker.
I'm counting TJ Watt as a linebacker.
He ain't a top 5 DN. He ain't a top 5 DN either.
The top 5 DN. Because trust me, if he were,
somebody would have paid him already.
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, he's a free agent. It's not like they're trying to trade him or nothing. He's a free agent, and nobody will bite. The only people that have really shown interest and tried to give him a big contract are the Cleveland Browns.
So what about all right? So Von Miller's out, Chandler Jones out, Khalil Mack is out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wait, Von Miller out?
Yeah, he doesn't draw back. Von doesn't draw back in coverage like he used to.
He used to, not anymore.
First of all, Von can't see. He can't draw back in coverage.
Hey, don't be talking about my linebacker right there.
Watt definitely.
As Warren Sapp would say, he's the blind assassin. All right, I know how that is because they used to beat me.
On this top 10 list, I'm taking out the Davion Clowney and I'm putting Tremont Edmonds, and I'm taking off Chandler Jones, and I'm putting Jalen Smith. And am I missing anything?
I'm taking off Khalil Mack.
We're taking Khalil Mack off of it?
You don't drop him.
Yeah, I think he's basically a D end at this point in his
He's
career.
a D end now.
He's a D end at this point?
Even if he ain't, as linebacker, he ain't top 10.
Okay.
Not last season, that's for sure. Him or Von Miller from last season, that's for sure.
Okay, I'll tell you somebody else who I like that ain't nobody really talking about, and I like Fred Warner from the 49ers.
I like Fred Warner.
Fred Warner, nice. I'll give you that one.
I like Roquan Smith.
My top three right now is Bobby, Darius, and Levante. That's my top three.
Yeah, okay. I'm fine with that.
I can roll with that. I can roll with that.
If we go on 4, I think it's a conversation for who was the guy y'all just said?
I think I don't like how the fake guys just not gonna name my man Dion at all. Like y'all out of pocket.
I can't. Deion Jones. I can't say anything about it. I'm already in enough trouble for talking about Devin White as an LSU fan, so I wasn't even going to get on
Deion Jones
top 5.
When Deion Jones is playing, I think Deion Jones is top 5.
I don't think Deion Jones is top 5 going from last year's productivity.
What you mean? What do you mean from last year's productivity? 110 tackles, 32 deflections.
I think you're just basing off their defense, but he actually played good though. Deion played good this last year.
He ain't played top 5 good, is what I'm saying.
I think my 3 I'd have Bobby Wagner. I'm keeping TJ Watt because he does drop.
So who you got over Deion?
Kelvin for the culture in the comment section. He's saying Matt Milano got to be on this list. Do y'all agree with that?
Oh my god.
Matt Milano.
Look, I just gave.
We're gonna ignore that. We're gonna ignore that because
I just gave you Edmonds.
We're gonna ignore that. We're gonna ignore that. We're gonna keep going.
You want both of your linebackers on this list?
AB, we no disrespect, but we took all the edge rushers out the joint, and we went with true interior inside linebackers. We went with true inside.
Or even if they're a 3-4, but if they're actually a linebacker, they do like you have to do both. I think to be a linebacker. Well, or you could just drop back, honestly. But if you're going to pass, you also have to drop back.
All right, we're gonna move on to our next topic, fellas. Let's move on to our next topic.
All right.
If it goes, there it is. I'm gonna skip this one. Let's skip this.
Oh, can my guy Jarvis Landry get love for the receivers?
I told you I said Jarvis Landry. I could have sworn I did at least. All right, we got defensive tiers. We got tier 1, Steelers, Ravens, Bills, Niners. I'm not gonna go down the whole list. Y'all can read.
All right, wait. How the hell? Okay, wait. How the hell is the Patriots not in tier 1?
That's a good question.
They were top 3 defense last year.
That's a good question.
Look, I think this may be just like the dilemma that we had with the last slide. Is this going into this season here? Because I think the Patriots defense, and I think the Patriots defense is incredible. But I don't think that the Patriots are going to score a lot of points this season. And what do I always say? I don't care if you're the 2000 Ravens. I don't care if you're the 85 Bears. I don't care if you're the Steel Curtain defense, the Doomsday defense, the Purple People Eaters, the Orange Curtain. I don't give a damn.
Wait, Marcus, sorry to disturb you. All that would make sense if the Browns wasn't ahead of them. All right? All that you're saying would make sense if the Browns wasn't ahead of them. Now, there's no way you're going to sit here and tell me that the Browns are going to have a better defense than the Patriots.
The Browns are below them.
The Browns are below.
The top tier is the top tier.
The top tier is at the top.
Well, my fault. That's San Fran. My bad.
I'm about to say. I mean, the top tier is like.
I had to think of it. My fault. I had to think of it.
I'm still mad.
I had the whole joint in the way.
Let me guess. You want the Cowboys up there, Sean?
Why would the Eagles have a better defense than the Cowboys?
Why? Because they kind of do.
Sacks. That's why.
They what?
I think they're at a minimum.
The quarterback.
They're at a minimum the same tier. Honestly,
we upgraded in corners. Shout out to Darius Slay.
We upgraded with one cornerback. The rest of them
we had none, and we won the Super Bowl. We had none, and we won the Super Bowl.
Stop talking about what happened 2 years ago. Talk about what happened to me recently.
I'd put them both in that middle tier.
We won the division with the No.
Okay, okay, Sean. Here's where I got to correct you, brother, as a Cowboys enthusiast. Now, I do believe. Are we going off of potential for this season? Or are we going off of what we saw from last season? Because I'm going to be honest.
I'm going forward. I'm always going forward with it.
Okay, I'm moving forward. I'm looking at my defense
you
right now. The Eagles ain't better than us. Absolutely not.
I'd have them and the Cowboys both in the same tier, honestly.
I agree with that.
I think we're better than them in some aspects. They're better than us in some. I mean, linebacker, they
kill us.
D-line, we are a little bit better, I think, at D-line for now. We got to see how all these new pieces
I'm going to keep it real. D-line, we kill them. Linebackers, they kill us. And I think secondary is a wash.
Yeah. Because we have the best corner, but I think they have.
No, it's not. It's not. The secondaries are not even. I mean, when did I say I had a Pro Bowler come out y'all secondary?
Well, y'all don't have one either.
Not no more.
Talking about
Malcolm Jones made the Pro Bowl.
Malcolm Jenkins was for somebody that went to the Pro Bowl at our secondary.
But he's not considered secondary to me. Malcolm Jenkins plays the whole Eagles defense.
Listen,
they will put Jenkins anywhere. They don't care. Right outside linebacker.
You asked me to answer the question. I answered your question.
He ain't no
all right, real quick.
Player.
Real quick. Hold on, real quick. Is everybody fine with the tier 1 though? Other than the Patriots, I do think
I'm good with tier 1.
I think the Patriots should be in tier 1.
I'm cool with tier 1.
Tier 2.
Buccaneers is top.
Tier 2, there's a couple of teams.
Buccaneers top 10 defense?
Yeah, I'll give it to them.
They got a lot of good players.
You know what? I got y'all. That's cool.
I think the Titans should go up.
Blue hell are the Jets?
Okay, now that was one that I said I would move down.
I
would move them down. I would move them down and put the Titans up.
I would have Washington ahead of the Jets like that.
I'm gonna take the Jets off, and I'm gonna surprise y'all with this. I'm gonna put the Chargers. I'm gonna put the Chargers.
Titans and Chargers are the two I think should go up.
I think the Titans should too.
Are we forgetting the pass rushers? Are we forgetting the pass rushers that the Chargers have with Melvin Ingram and Joey Sosa?
Their two best safeties didn't play last year until the end of the season.
Are we forgetting Derwin James?
And Nasir Adderley didn't get to touch the field yet either at free safety.
They got Casey Hayward this year too.
Casey Hayward, Desmond King.
I think the Chargers defense.
I think they're tier 2.
I'm taking the Jets off. I don't think Jamal Adams is gonna be there by the end of the year. To be perfectly honest with you.
He's gonna be in Dallas, man.
Man, don't say that to Dennis. Don't like us to have nothing nice.
He don't like us to have nothing nice. Don't even look at his screen when you say stuff like that.
Can I say this one thing though?
He ain't gonna play for another team besides the Jets or the Cowboys.
I'm gonna say this just like this, and I'm gonna keep it like this. Whoever gets Jamal Adams, congratulations. But I'm not doubting that my Eagles won't get him because their GM came from Philadelphia.
Hey, we could put him back with Jalen Mills, his teammates together again.
Boy, he want to be in Texas.
No, I don't think he'll play for any other team in the NFL in his career besides the Jets.
The Cowboys. I'm telling you.
Those are the only two teams I think he'll ever play for.
Why do you think the trade was even on the table? Because he the one that started it. I wouldn't mind playing for the Cowboys. That's how the whole thing got to talking.
I'll be trying to tell people about players that are from Texas.
They like it.
Look, $10 million a year in New York is not the same $10 million in the state of Texas, where there's no state income tax. I'm just
so what's the name? All right, I like where Green Bay is. Kansas City don't really have a defense.
That's what how the Dolphins up there?
I think Dallas is going to have a better defense than Kansas City.
The Dolphins are.
So we move Kansas City down, Dallas up, Chargers and Titans up.
Yeah.
Jets down. All right, so that's where we're at.
And I'm going to say something else to y'all.
The Vikings shouldn't be moved up too.
Where the hell is the Redskins?
I think that the Dolphins. Listen.
I think the Dolphins got potential to have a real good defense.
And I think my boy, the professional Devon Stanfield, would agree with me. I think that Miami's defense next year is going to be top 10. I really do believe
it got top 10 talent on it.
It's possible.
Top 10 talent.
It got top 10 talent written all over it. I'm gonna say that
it does definitely.
I like Brian Flores, and I think he's going to get those boys. Brian Flores and the coach from the Bills. I think they played together in college.
The two defenses that I'm scared of on this list that they actually get like one more piece on their defense will scare me is the Redskins and the Giants. Those are the two defenses I'm scared of.
Man, if the Redskins get anything like in their secondary,
like if they mess around and get Jamal,
I still would have took Isaiah Simmons over Chase Young.
If they mess around and get Jamal Adams, bruh.
Dennis, calm down.
Bruh.
Calm down. I need you to calm down.
I would be so scared of the Skins if they.
I mean, you know, he's not lying, Sean. That defense,
yo, bro,
like, it's a good defense.
Imagine how much more complete it would have been if they would have got Simmons instead of Chase Young.
I'm not taking out Simmons. I'm not taking out Simmons. I told you that before because guess what? A team's gonna misuse him to the point where they're gonna put him at safety when he should be a linebacker, or they're gonna put him at linebacker and he should be a safety on that team. I think the Cardinals are gonna misuse him.
Another
it's as simple as that.
If the Giants mess around and be like, you know what, we're gonna go get Jadeveon Clowney, motherfucker.
What if the Browns do that?
The Browns already tried. They don't want to go there.
If the Davion Clowney, listen to what I say, and you were talking about this. If Clowney goes to the Browns, or if Clowney goes to the Browns or Ravens, I've seen scenarios where he goes to the Ravens too. But if he goes to the Browns with Myles Garrett on the other side, look out. Just look out, because their defense
is top 10.
Their defense is going to be able to get after you. They got two solid corners.
Did you see the scenario where you go to the Bears?
Who's that? Clowney to the Bears?
Yeah.
Man, the Bears, they better worry about the only thing the Bears better worry about is getting a quarterback. They don't turn the ball over 4 or 5 times a game.
They got that quarterback. They got him already.
Mr. Bisky, bro.
Super Bowl MVP quarterback.
Oh, you talking about Lil Kim?
Lil Kim. Soon as he get in the game, I'm gonna be calling Devon up singing all Lil Kim songs. All Lil Kim songs.
Whenever
I don't think he's gonna get in. Mr. Bisky is not gonna stink it up, bro. I don't think he's gonna stink it up. I'm telling you, I don't think he's gonna stink it up. What? Okay. He about to have a season that you're not gonna believe.
But we were picking teams a little bit earlier. If Jadeveon Clowney goes to the Browns, I got the Browns coming out of the North. I'm sorry, Ramona, and I'm sorry to my Ravens people.
I've been had the Browns coming out of the North.
I had the Browns coming out this year anyway.
Yeah, I did too. I had the Browns coming out of the North.
All they need is for Baker Mayfield not to wet the bed, and with that deal, if they were to get Jadeveon Clowney on the other side of Myles Garrett.
Hey, Derek Anderson said he going to New Orleans in the discussion.
Okay, and we'll see.
I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that.
Let's move on to the next topic, fellas.
Go ahead, brother.
We can keep it. Why not? Best player in the AFC East. Who we going with?
Tre'Davious White. Hands
Best
down.
player in the NFC East.
AFC East.
Oh, AFC.
Tre'Davious White.
Tre'Davious White. Defensive player, or are you just saying player? Period.
Just player in general. It's just us player.
The NFC.
I'm gonna go Trey White too.
I'm gonna go with.
Go and say Trey White.
No, I gotta go. I gotta go with Jamal Adams. I just think that Jamal Adams plays on such a pathetic team. Look, we saw the difference. We saw the difference that Minkah Fitzpatrick made for the Steelers. If Jamal Adams goes to the Cowboys, or if he goes to somewhere else like that, what else besides Jamal Adams? What else do the Jets have on defense? Who's the second best defensive player on the Jets?
They just had a down year. They have defensive players on that team though.
CJ Mosley played next.
Don't
They
say
have
CJ
CJ.
Mosley.
They
Do
have
not say
CJ.
CJ Mosley.
Don't
Don't
say
say
they got the
CJ.
defensive
You
line
can't. Come
more
on
than
now.
that.
You can't judge somebody for look. All right. So look. Once again, come on now.
I like
He didn't
CJ
play this year because he was injured. That's one thing. He didn't have a down year. He was just injured. CJ Mosley's still a good linebacker. Come on, Marcus.
He's injury prone. Y'all know how I feel about injury prone players. And I'm gonna say this, and I've told people this. I think Trey White is by the slightest of margins. I think he's a little bit better than Stephon Gilmore. I do. I truly do believe that. Now,
because he's younger.
There's a debate over who should have won the Defensive Player of the Year, and if I don't have a problem if they would have gave it to Trey White. I think Trey White's a little bit better, just a tad bit. I saw Trey White shut down Gronk. I seen that.
Oh, shucky ducky quack quack! Did I just hear Marcus admit that?
Yes, he did. Yes, he did. Yo, hey, Dre. Wait a minute. Shout out to Dre for saying shucky ducky quack quack. I ain't heard that in a while.
On June 15th at 7:21, Marcus finally admitted that Trey White is the best corner in the league because that's truly what you just said.
Thank you. It's about time. Wow.
He ain't though.
He had a polo shirt on.
Stephon Gilmore is.
I like Gilmore. I like it. Look, asking me who's better between Trey White and Stephon Gilmore is like asking me who's a better running back, Ezekiel Elliott or Saquon Barkley. I mean, is either answer wrong?
Wait. Are you now saying that Saquon Barkley's on Ezekiel Elliott's level? Because a couple of days ago, you were telling me that Ezekiel Elliott is way better than Saquon Barkley. He's not on his level.
I didn't say he's way better. I didn't say he's way better. He's more accomplished. He is. Zeke has 2 rushing titles. But it's just like you like to bring up all the time, Dennis. Going back even a little bit further, we're kind of drifting off a little bit between Emmitt Smith and Barry Sanders. Who do I say is the better running back between Emmitt Smith and Barry Sanders?
And I said, and I always told you, I said that comparison is going to be like that for a little bit. I'm not saying that they are those players. What I'm saying is that type of talent. That's all.
So Marcus, just to be clear, you're going with who are you going with? You're going with Jamal Adams. That's your pick.
If you're saying on this list here, I think Jamal Adams is a playmaker. I think he's just on a terrible team. But if you tell me who would if they said, Marcus, you can have either Trey White or Stephon Gilmore. Either or you're winning. But if they said you have to choose between one of the two, I'm taking Trey White over Stephon Gilmore.
All right, Sean, who you going with?
Jamal Adams.
All right, Jared.
The one that didn't go to South Carolina. That'd be Jamal, and then
I know.
Why did you ask him? You know he LSU to the W.
I know.
Why did you ask him?
I know.
I got asked. I wasn't gonna say anything because I knew that was coming.
Jared. I was about to say. I forgot. I was about to say when y'all said that you like Jamal Adams more than Tyrann Mathieu.
That's my favorite player. Yeah,
but I'm not gonna get in that conversation today because I can go on that for a little while too.
Honestly, I would take
Jamal's not better than Tyrann Mathieu
just because I found a flaw at least somewhat in Jamal's game. I haven't found a flaw really in Tre'Davious White's game, so I would take Tre'Davious White actually over him.
All right, next topic. You are starting your franchise with today. Which player you build around? I think his answer is no. I hope everybody says Patrick Mahomes. Okay, cool. Right?
Nah.
Yeah. Nah. I'm going Russell Wilson.
Ooh.
I'm going Russell Wilson.
Oh, okay.
I'm going.
What were you about to say, Dennis?
Russell Wilson.
Okay. Marcus? Marcus? Who are you going with? I can't hear him.
Patrick Mahomes.
You said
Jared?
I'm going Patrick Mahomes, definitely.
Okay. Jared?
Mahomes for sure.
Okay, thank you. Okay, just making sure. 2 oddballs.
I mean, the age is just too much to ignore.
I know. I was about to say. I guess the age just doesn't matter. But you 2 oddballs want to pick Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson. Tell me.
Well, you're starting a franchise, so I'd want the younger player.
Tell me some of the talent that Russell Wilson had around him, like Patrick Mahomes had around him.
Mahomes, exactly.
Tell me about it.
Exactly.
So let me ask y'all this.
He never had a top 3 tight end.
Or receiver.
Tyreek Hill's a top 3 wide receiver now?
Tyreek Hill's top 10?
What? Tyreek Hill's not top 3 to you?
I mean, Russell Wilson's had people
What the
before. It's not
hell?
like he's never had.
Oh, wait, stop. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Baby. Top 3. I ain't saying
Tyreek Hill is nowhere near top 3. Wait a goddamn.
But Tyreek Hill is top 10.
Okay, no, but he just said he was top 3. Cut that out.
I said he's top 10. He's top 10.
You did. He said he was top 3. Cut that out.
Tyreek Hill, you know why I say Tyreek Hill is a top 3 receiver to me? Because Tyreek Hill is a player that can change the game by himself.
Tyreek Hill is not a top 3 wide receiver. He's not.
There's
other receivers who can do that too.
Percy Harvin. Walter.
Answer my question.
Percy Harvin.
There's other receivers.
That Waka Flocka played one game.
We know that there's other players that can, but do they?
Yes, they do.
There's people who have plenty of times.
Yes, they do.
Odell's changed games multiple times.
Hey, you know what? Listen to what Ricky Williams said. Listen to this. He named his wide receivers: Lockett, Beasley, DK, and Josh Gordon.
He got all of them. Besides Lockett, he made Lockett. If you ask me,
it don't matter if he made him or not. We're gonna sit here and say he's not good.
I don't know if he made Lockett.
Let me just say this.
It's so easy to play quarterback when all your receivers run 4 threes, bro. Every single receiver that he throws the ball to runs the 4 threes.
I ain't say it's easy. I ain't gonna say that. That's not what I'm saying.
Let me ask y'all this. If Russell Wilson played for the Chiefs, okay? We're just gonna play a little hypothetical.
They won a Super Bowl.
If Russell Wilson played for the Chiefs,
Andy Reid got 3 Super Bowls.
With the Chiefs average, would they average more or less points than the Chiefs averaged last year?
About the same.
It ain't about the average. Andy Reid got 3 Super Bowls and Russell Wilson played for the Chiefs.
No, he doesn't.
Yes, he do.
No, he doesn't.
Yes,
he does.
No, he doesn't.
No, they don't lose the AFC. They don't lose the AFC title game.
Okay, hold on. Wait a minute. Let's just stop it right here. Let me ask you guys something. When Russell Wilson won the Super Bowl his first year, what was the reason why they won it? Who was the main reason? Right? It was Marshawn in that defense, right? Correct? Correct? Just answer the question. Just answer the question. Just answer the question.
Malcolm Smith did win MVP too.
Answer the question.
Wait.
I'll ask the first question. I put the ball on the play. Answer the question.
Here we go.
Malcolm Smith won MVP of that game too.
Just answer the question. Was it because of the defense or Marshawn Lynch? Answer the question.
How many touchdowns did Russell Wilson?
No, just answer the question. Just answer the question, please. Please answer the question. Just say the defense and Marshawn Lynch.
No, it was Marshawn Lynch.
Okay. The next Super Bowl they went to, who was the reason why they lost?
Pete Carroll.
No.
What?
He didn't have to. Who threw the interception? Who threw that horrible pass? Who threw that horrible pass? Who threw that horrible pass? Who did it?
It really wasn't a horrible pass though. It was technically pass interference.
Who threw the horrible pass? Who should have ran the ball? Wait.
You ain't answered none. I answered 2 of your questions.
Can I finish my statement? Can I finish my statement? Then you can talk. Let me finish my statement. No, I'm gonna get you. I got you. It's almost done. I'm gonna get to my point, and I'm gonna get to you. Hey, I'm almost done. Dennis. Just hold on. Almost there.
You did not just do that.
Hold on. He threw the pick, which he could have audibled. Because guess who just got him down that field to that position? It was Mr. Marshawn Lynch, who was the best player on that team the year before that, who was the best player still on that team that year. He got him down the field to that position, but he could have audibled. But guess what? He wanted to be hero. He threw the interception. So let's go back to this.
He did not want to be the hero.
He did get stuffed.
He did not want to be the hero. He did not want to be the hero.
So
please, you gotta understand.
I'm not done yet. Because I'm trying to make a point to you real quick. Because I'm not done yet. What I'm trying to tell you is, even to this year, you guys just said Andy Reid would have 3 rings even to this year. Guess what?
I don't believe that.
The Seahawks did not have a defense this year, and they still lost 2. Who did they lose to? In the playoffs? Please tell me, a team with no defense. But guess what? Who did he get outplayed by at quarterback? Please tell me. I want to hear it. I just want to hear it. He got outplayed by Mr. Rogers, right? Correct. He got outplayed by Mr. Rogers with one wide receiver. He got outplayed by him, who had a better team, because the Seahawks definitely had a better team, I would say.
No, they did not.
No, they did not.
They had equal team. They had an equal team. Yes,
No,
they
they did not.
They did not.
It was equal. It was equal.
They
It
didn't
was
have a
equal.
running back. They didn't have a running back. They got Marshawn Lynch off the street.
Whoa.
It was
Chris
equal.
Carson was a top 10 running
They
back.
did not
last
have
year.
an
Whoa.
equal team.
Chris
It was
Carson
equal.
was a
They did
top
not
10
have
running
no
back
equal
last year.
team.
Wait. Can I get to my
Whoa
question?
there.
Chris Carson was a
I
top
knew
10
it was
running
gonna be
back
some.
last year.
I knew it was gonna be some stuff. Y'all sitting up here saying that Green Bay had a better offense than Seattle.
No,
Yes,
they did.
they
But I'm trying
did.
to get to.
Yes.
No, that's why. You know the crazy thing is that I'm trying to get to that point. Wait,
Okay.
I'm trying to get to that point
Excuse me.
though. Hold on.
Let me just say this. Everybody had an argument, so let me give you my argument. Ready? They had Devontae Adams injured for a whole month.
Oh my
Besides
God.
Devontae
That's
Adams,
4
they had,
games.
hold on.
That's
Let me
4
finish.
games.
See,
You
I
just talk
can't
about
let
the
me
playoffs,
finish
Ray.
a
You can't
thought.
say that.
Golly.
Playoffs.
Listen, hold
We talking about
on.
the playoffs.
Dennis, the man home. I need you to chill. Hold on, man. Listen, they had nothing but Uber drivers and Walmart cart pushers for wide receivers. Aaron
In the
Jones scored
playoffs?
20 touchdowns. Hold on, let me finish. Aaron Jones scored damn near 20 touchdowns last year because his first year coach was the offensive coordinator, the same one who made Derrick Henry damn prevalent. The same one. Stop playing. We ain't had no tight
We're
ends. We ain't had no
talking
real tight
about
ends.
the
We ain't had hold on.
playoffs.
So hold on. So watch this. Is Seattle's tight end better than Green Bay's? Yes.
No.
Hollister is better than yes. What?
Yeah.
Hollister is better.
Seattle's
Stop
tight end
it.
is Will Dissly. It's going to be Will Dissly this year. He was hurt last year. He was really good last year.
Disley and Hollister is better than what Green Bay had at the tight end position. You
Disley
can
is
stop
for
that
sure
right
better than
now.
what Green Bay had.
So
Disley
DK,
when he was
hold on,
playing
watch
last year
this.
was basically top 5.
Watch
And
this. So
statistics.
DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett is not a better duo than Devontae Adams and I'm sorry, who was the other wide receiver? Let me hear it.
Marquez Valdez-Scantling, and Alan Lazard.
Scantling. Stop it. Just
Hey,
stop the
Dre,
nonsense
Dre,
right now.
Dre,
Hold on.
Dre.
Chris Carson didn't
Chris Carson was a top 10 back last
run
year.
for
We answered all
13.
your questions, Dre. We answered all your questions. I answered all Chad questions. My turn. Dre.
No, I ain't done. No, don't cut me off.
Here
Hold
we
on,
go.
I'm not done. Don't cut me off.
hold
Oh, what you
on.
about to blow another blatant bomb out there?
I'm about to blow a bomb over Baghdad. Don't let me finish.
Stop making up all these extra excuses.
No, I ain't no excuses.
We're talking to your ears, Dre.
No, I ain't no
Believe in tight
excuses.
ends.
Seattle got beat by Green Bay, a team that did not have a better offense than them. And on top of that, you telling me
What are you
who are you
talking
telling me?
about?
Hold on. Who are you telling me
We gonna
on
bring
the
up Chris Carson. Chris Carson ain't even playing the playoff game. Chris
That's
Carson
what
has
we
been out.
are
for the
talking
season.
about the
Okay, so
playoffs.
what?
We are talking about the playoffs,
I'm
Dre.
sorry. They had
Make your
Marshawn Lynch. I'm
conversation
sorry.
relevant.
You making it seem like Marshawn Lynch is a nobody. Was a
Nigga,
nobody.
get off the street, Dre.
I don't care.
Get off the street.
I don't care. What is his career?
You
What is his
killing me,
career?
Dre.
Stop playing. Stop playing.
You
Stop
got him
playing.
off the
Stop
street,
playing.
Dre.
Stop playing. I don't care if they got him off the street. Marshawn Lynch is better
Yo,
off
you
the street
killing
than
me.
half the damn.
So you
Stop
tell me
it.
Marshawn better than Aaron Jones? Tell me
Bro.
that. Tell me that.
No, not last year. No,
All right,
not
well, that's
last
all
year.
we talking
No,
about,
not
Dre.
last year. No, not last year.
Hold
That's a
on,
running back. But I
hold
just
on,
made
hold on.
my point
Hold on,
on four others.
Hold on.
I just
Hold on,
made
Dre.
my
Hold on, Dre.
point on four
Dennis,
others.
hold on, Dre. Hold on real quick, Dre. Hold on real quick, Dre.
You
Hold
had
on, I'm
me
trying to
bringing
get
back.
you
You want to pinky?
I'm trying to give you the floor. I'm trying to give you the floor, Dennis. Go ahead.
Out there.
Slap you with a pancake.
Hey,
Stop
listen.
playing.
You gonna name a bunch of fucking tight ends. You know damn well Green Bay ain't have a relevant
Dennis,
tight
go
end
ahead. You
in
got the
fucking
floor.
7 years.
Make your point,
know
Dennis. You
that.
got the floor.
You gonna
Dennis, you
name
got
a
the
relevant
floor.
fucking tight end.
Oh,
That's
you
not
got the
your
floor.
game. Y'all be killing me with that bullshit.
Dennis, you got the floor. Make your point that you try to make about your 3 rings. Please make your point.
Yes, let me hear this because he ain't making no point. I'm gonna slap him with a pancake. You sound crazy.
2 AFC championship games. They lost one because of the fucking pettiness of fucking Alex Smith.
Yo, what's up with the FF and F?
I'll let you talk. They lost one because of the pettiness of Alex
Why
Smith.
you cussing?
They lost another one when that dumb offensive that dumb offsides that happened when Patrick Mahomes was there. They would have won 3 rings with Russell Wilson. who was actually more careful with the ball than both of them.
Snore.
So because of offsides, they would have won a
It
ring.
wasn't really just the offside. There's something else that happened in that game.
No, it was truly the offsides because it gave them another chance to win the game.
It was some about them not putting up enough points on defense too.
It was truly the offsides because they, once again, couldn't, because it literally gave them another chance to drive down the field. So that just throws it all the way off. You can say the same argument that, okay, Alex Smith played that year. They played that year, but Patrick Mahomes is sitting behind him the whole entire year.
I need to go back to the original state and the original point that you tried to bring up. See, at the end of the day, you try to blame my man Russell, Sierra husband. You try to blame him for that loss in the Super Bowl. But you got to go back and remember the kind of performance that Marshawn Lynch had put on in the media. That was set up for him not to run that touchdown in. That was the whole thing. They did not want Marshawn Lynch to run it in. And then on top of it, it was a pass interference because the safety was already grabbing the receiver before he threw the ball.
Hey, guess what?
You can't blame that on Russell Wilson.
Guess what? You're a quarterback, right? You audible. You can make audible, right? Wait.
No, not every quarterback can make audible.
You're a quarterback. You can make audibles, right?
No, not every quarterback.
What does a quarterback do?
Bro.
What does a quarterback do?
Every quarterback has that option.
My fault.
Yeah, that's the realest thing I heard Sean say yet. As far as the Marshawn Lynch image thing, that was the realest thing right there. Go ahead.
I understand that, but once again,
that's exactly what it was. You think
I get you, and I understand that, but once again,
you in press conference talking about I'm on the air, so I don't get fined. You know why I'm here. You grabbing your nuts on end zone celebrations. They do not want you to win the biggest game.
Sean, guess what? Guess what, Sean? Guess what? Once again, he had those abilities to make audibles because I watched him all entire season. But once again, who got you there to that position on the field? Marshawn Lynch. But guess what?
Put some respect on my man Marshawn Lynch name too.
What?
How they get up there again?
Just got Miles Sanders.
How they get up there again? Was it Marshawn Lynch that got him all the way up there, or was it a pass from Russell Wilson?
No,
was it a pass from Russell Wilson?
It was Marshawn.
Who else running for the Eagles?
Russell Wilson threw that big bomb down there.
It was Marshawn. It was Marshawn. Go look back the last two plays before that, because I guarantee you that you'll see Marshawn literally gain 20 yards on both of those plays.
That's right. Put some respect on my man Marshawn name.
When he threw it for like 30.
Put some respect on.
I'm trying to tell you.
George, tell him to put some respect on Marshawn name.
Hey, last point that I'm gonna make. That game I was talking about where Patrick Mahomes could have won that game and they went on to the Super Bowl, but they lost to Brady and them. Patrick Mahomes he threw 2 interceptions that game, and I knew he did, but I had to make sure it was correct. He threw 2 interceptions that game. Brady ain't thrown
So what? It don't matter. He brought them all the way back, and they was in the lead. It don't matter. They was in the lead. They came back. Those 2 interceptions mean nothing because Patrick Mahomes came all the way back.
Everything. What you mean they mean nothing?
No, they don't mean nothing. Here's why. No. Here's why they don't mean nothing. Here's why they don't mean nothing. Dennis, just listen.
One at a time.
Just because you can talk louder with your meathead self. I told you I got a pancake.
One at a time.
Listen. Just because you could talk, don't mean you can just talk over me and say what you want to say without me giving premise. First and foremost, yes, they went down 30. Wasn't they down like 31-0 in that game? Didn't the Chiefs come all the way back? Then they had a lead. Then they had a lead at the end of the game. Patrick Mahomes made up for those 2 interceptions. You ain't perfect, so those 2 interceptions in the first half mean nothing. They mean absolutely nothing when you make them up. When you make it up.
Did the
Seahawks lose?
Did the Chiefs lose?
Did the Seahawks lose?
Listen,
not because of Patrick Mahomes, though. Hold on. Wait a minute. You can't. Hold on. Time out, Sean. You can't be an oxymoron. Sean, you can't be an oxymoron.
I'm not being an
oxymoron. Hold on, Sean. You can't be an oxymoron and say that it wasn't Russell Wilson's fault. Okay, so you can't sit here and say it wasn't Russell Wilson's fault. You're going to say that was Patrick Mahomes' fault for losing that game because he threw 2 interceptions in the beginning of the game.
You didn't even let me finish my thought right before you.
No, I'm just saying. I was just saying. I'm putting it out there.
Well, no, what I'm saying is that Dennis brought up a very valid point. One quarterback threw 2 interceptions and took an L. The other quarterback didn't commit a turnover. What's wrong about that?
Wait. Okay, I got you.
Still not.
Wait, hold on, wait. I got you.
And then you tell me that them turnovers don't play no part.
Wait, I got you. Hold on, wait. I got you. And I get you, and I understand that. I got you, and I get you. I understand that. But to this point that I'm going to make, and then we're going to move on off this topic. To this point, I'm going to make right here, because once again, you said it wasn't his fault, the reason why he lost. But guess what? He threw an interception at the end. It was his fault that he lost because he threw the interception, right? Because if he didn't throw the interception, they would have won the game, correct?
There was no guarantee.
Oh yeah, Brady definitely threw an interception at the end of the game. Oh, hold on, wait a minute, George. Let me add something else to it. In the second half, hold on. Hold on, can I ask you a question, Sean? Sean, I just want to ask you a real question. Sean, I want to ask you a real question.
I need Chadwick to answer that question.
I can't hear you.
Brady getting sacked in the Super Bowl, that's his fault, right? Because he's the one that got sacked.
Yeah, it is. Correct. It is. Yes.
Hold on. Sean,
absolutely.
So, Sean, I need you to answer this question real quick. In the second half, 4 different times, what do you call that? When you go 3 and out 4 different times in the second half, isn't that called a turnover? Pretty much, you're giving the ball back to the other team, right? That's a turnover. To me, that's a turnover. When you give the ball back on a 3 and out, to me, that is a turnover.
It's not a turnover.
No. Listen.
So yeah, Patrick Mahomes had 2 interceptions. I don't know what
Dennis, listen to him. Listen to what he just said. He said, to me, that's a turnover. It's not your opinion. The NFL rules say that's not a turnover.
3 and out, to me, that's a turnover. You're turning the ball back over to the other team.
That's not a turnover. It's a 3 and out.
Let me read the comments.
To me,
read the comments. Dennis, read the comments, Dennis.
Let me read the comments. Ethan said, Mahomes is on this list all day. Ricky said, QB's wash out, so Nick Bosa. Exactly. Ethan said exactly, Jared. Walter said Percy Harvin. Child, please. Ethan said top 10. Ricky said Lockett, Dissy, DK, Josh Gordon. Ethan said not top 3, Sean Jackson. Come on, bro. Walter said he helped them win. He did help them win in the Super Bowl, but he played 1 game, Walter. That's what I'm trying to say. Walter said Josh Gordon, no OBJ, no Landry. Come on. Ricky said Walter, did OBJ play and Landry play for the Seahawks? Aaron Bowles put up a emoji. I don't know what it is. Ethan said no, Dennis Holmes. Ethan said quit avoiding the question, Dennis Holmes. Meanwhile, answer everybody for the question, as usual. AB said have a good night. Ricky Williams said go win the Super Bowl, Ethan. Walter said if you knew better, he didn't have the opportunity to audible. If you knew better, he didn't have the opportunity to audible. Okay. I'm at work. Ricky said, what does that have to do with my comment about the Super Bowl? Okay. Just win the division, Ricky Williams. Ethan tweeted said, facts, too many feelings tonight.
Just close my door.
Stop yelling. Mute them, Chadwick George. I'm blaming your boy Russell for not loving his girlfriend enough to move to New York or New Jersey. Okay, that's weird too.
What are you talking about?
Why did y'all tell me to read these comments that don't mean nothing? That's what I want to know. Like,
I mean, you can skip over the comments that don't mean nothing.
Right. Like they killing me. Hey, they done hit me up 3 times. Is anybody reading the comments? Your comments don't mean nothing.
We go to the next topic.
Oh my goodness!
Hey, mine were
why y'all so emotional today?
Oh no, I don't know what's going on.
Y'all emotional as hell.
I'm just saying it.
All right, hey, next topic. All right. I'm not doing that one. We're gonna go to this one.
Why not? Gotta love a redraft.
Yeah, I love a redraft too.
All right, we're good. We'll go to redraft. My bad, guys. I apologize. So the 20th NFL redraft, according to NFL.com. One they have the Browns taking Patrick Mahomes. 2 they have San Fran taking Deshaun Watson. 3 George Kittle going to the Bears. 4 Christian McCaffrey going to the Jaguars. Chris Godwin going to the Titans. Jamal Adams 6 back to the Jets. 7 be Marcus Williams to the Chargers. 8 going to Alvin Kamara for the Panthers. TJ Watt going to the Bengals. And then Trey White staying at the Bills. How do we feel about this, fellas?
There's no way that Trey White makes it to pick number 10.
Yeah, the Panthers would have picked him.
There's absolutely no way Tre'Davious White makes it.
Marcus Williams.
Yeah,
I feel like the Titans pick him.
Just for the record, see, these redrafts, they always hurt me whenever I look at it. Do you know who we drafted in 2017?
No, who did y'all draft?
We drafted Taco Charlton over
Taco!
Taco Charlton over TJ Watt. Taco Charlton over TJ Watt. That's who we drafted.
Yo, Kato Taco Bell. You got.
I'm going number 1, Patrick Mahomes. Number 2, Deshaun Watson. And I'm taking Tre'Davious White at 3. I'm taking Tre'Davious White at 3.
Yeah, I don't think Kittle goes top 3 with all those guys behind him. No way.
Tight end. What's the highest tight end we've seen? Probably the most recent tight end that I've seen go that high is probably Eric Ebron. I think he was a high.
Well,
Hawkinson was he drafted that high?
He was like 11.
He was 11.
He was the Lions' first pick that year.
Eric Ebron was like a top 10 pick.
Yeah, he was. I think he was.
I thought
Wasn't it Hernandez though?
Hernandez was a second round. Aaron Hernandez was a second round pick. I don't even think Gronk was a first round pick.
Yeah,
Gronk wasn't highly rated out of high school.
Hernandez is better
went to
than
Arizona,
Gronk,
and he didn't even come that highly scouted either out of Arizona.
In this redraft right here, look, I'm always gonna go. I'm gonna grab my franchise quarterbacks, and then after that, the next priority for me is either an elite pass rusher, which I don't see on here. Well,
TJ Watt.
TJ Watt. But that's TJ Watt. That's going to depend on if you're a 4-3 or 3-4 team. So if I can't get that elite pass rusher, the next thing. This, as a matter of fact, this draft looks a lot like the draft from this past draft, right? I mean, you get the quarterback. You get the quarterback or either elite pass rusher, and then the boy out of Ohio State, Okuda, went three or something like that. So I'm gonna go get my franchise quarterback, elite pass rusher, shutdown corner. I don't have an elite. I would have Tre'Davious White rated higher than TJ Watt, so I'm going Patrick Mahomes, Deshaun Watson, Tre'Davious White. Everybody.
I agree with that.
Here's the only thing that it comes down to at this point. You got to look at the teams who they had and everything at this point in time. George Kittle wouldn't have won number 3. Have they? I don't think they got Khalil Mack at the time. So this is the only reason why the Bengals wouldn't have got TJ Watt for one because they don't play a 3-4. They play a 4-3. TJ Watt, he wouldn't have went there. He was better off going to the Bears.
I think it would have been Tre'Davious or Christian McCaffrey because they didn't even have Tariq Cohen back.
But TJ Watt going to the Bears.
I think, and the Bears are notorious for getting defense too at times too.
I think it would have been Tre'Davious.
I think it's between Tre'Davious or TJ Watt for sure. So I got them at that spot for sure.
I think the Browns get Deshaun Watson and not Patrick Mahomes.
My God, imagine Tre'Davious White and Kyle Fuller. Woo. That'd be crazy. Be the best corner duo for sure.
All right, but no, let's because what time is it? Because midnight. I mean Monday night Madness about to start.
And Alvin Kamara wouldn't be.
No, you got. Hey,
not the way the same.
Chad, you got till 8:30. Go ahead.
Okay, all right.
What time do we start?
I'm starting at 8:30. See,
but we only got an hour and 55 minutes for the TV show, right?
Don't worry about that. You good? Go ahead.
All right, that's a bet. So look, let's move on. Which trio would you take? You got Wentz, Kamara, Juju, or Dak, Cook, and Sutton.
I'm going with Dak, Cook, and Sutton.
Dak, Cook, Sutton. I agree. Easy. That's not even.
Everybody cool. Everybody going with Dak, Cook, and Sutton. Is that fair enough?
Yes.
I need to make sure.
What pink stand for? Always hurt?
Huh?
What's the pink for? Players that's always hurt?
Oh my gosh! Here the guy go. Got start bench cut. Joe Mixon.
Start Joe Mixon.
I'm cutting. I'm cutting
bench
Carson.
Aaron Jones and cut Chris Carson.
I'm cutting Carson. I'm going with Jared. Me and Jared agreeing on 2 slides. Something the world going.
I
For
agree
sure,
with
Joe
Derek
Mixon
too on
is
that
first
one.
starter.
I'm starting Mixon. I'm gonna bench Aaron Jones, and I'm cutting Carson.
All three of us
No,
agree.
Yeah, I agree with that too. Also,
Yeah.
Sean, you the oddball, man. I don't know.
They
I
said
need
our
to make
opinions
sure.
couldn't align.
I just knew I was gonna get some ignorant thinking on this one.
Sean, hold on, Sean. Do you agree on this?
I don't like Chris Carson. I will. You
I
will
don't
never
like
see
none
me.
of them.
You will never see me picking on my
Hold on,
favorite.
wait. I just want to make sure Sean agrees on this. Sean, you agree on it?
Hey, listen, whatever y'all want to do with them bums, y'all can do with them bums. I don't like
I
them.
don't agree with it.
Okay, what's up,
Wait,
Dre?
Joe Mixon's a bum now?
I'm starting Aaron. I'm
Cost me
definitely.
my chip.
I'm
Hold on real
starting
quick.
Aaron
Go ahead, Dre.
Jones. I'm starting Aaron Jones. I'm benching Chris Carson, and I'm cutting Joe Mixon.
Cutting Joe?
Okay.
All going right.
All
I'm
right.
cutting Joe Mixon.
Okay.
So we got an ignorant thinker in the house.
You got
We
anything
got
on
an
the
ignorant
t-shirt?
thinker. I thought it was gonna be Dennis. We got another ignorant thinker in the house.
I'm cutting all three of them. I can't none of them play for me.
Oh, geez.
Joe Mixon, not Joe Williams, Sean.
Sean just hating right now. It's okay.
No, he said he cost him a.
COVID championship.
This is a little funner one right here.
I'm going yellow.
Of course
I'm
you
going
going
orange.
yellow.
Julio. I'm going yellow.
I'm going orange.
I'm going orange. You tripping. I'm going orange.
I'm going yellow, baby. Julio.
You wildin'.
Julio.
I'm surprised you didn't go with your quarterback, Sean.
No,
Ezekiel Elliott. That's all I seen was Zeke. That's all I needed. Zeke.
I'm just
That's all I
saying,
need.
you ain't going to rush? I mean,
13-3 on Zeke back. That's all I need, bro. Zeke. We can't go 13-3 on Saquon. He's going to get hurt.
real quick, breaking news, real quick. Eagles guard Brandon Brooks tore his left Achilles while working out today and will miss the entire 2020 season.
Oh my God! But it's not something I wasn't thinking was going to happen anyway.
Shout out to BJ Samuels for sending that.
No, don't shout out to BJ because he just gave me my blood pressure's up now.
BJ, shout out to you for giving us that information. Shout out.
Pylon to pylon. Why is your blood pressure up?
Organization.
Because now people that are supposed to be protecting Carson Wentz from getting hurt are getting hurt themselves now.
Yeah,
Okay.
y'all just fragile.
Let me just say
really
this.
wanted to play for y'all? Did y'all really think it?
This top five. I like this one right here. No, I'm wrong.
And Brandon Brooks been one of the best guards in the league.
Yeah, man.
I like this top
He
five.
he was last year, but he won't be this year.
Hey, everybody agree with this? All right, everybody agree with this top five?
That one's obvious.
No.
I like Mixon in the 5.
I like Mixon.
I like Nick Chubb at 5.
I like Chubb.
I like Saquon off the list.
I like Saquon off the list. I like Chubb at 3.
I like Saquon off the list.
Can I ask you why we taking Saquon off the list?
Because he didn't do nothing last year.
He had 1,000 yards on a hurt foot the whole year.
All right, that's not enough.
Not enough.
It does say top 5.
I did hear a guy early in this podcast say something about best ability is availability.
You right? Correct. You correct.
I swore that's what he said.
You're correct, and I agree. You're correct, and I agree with you.
I remember that one.
You're correct, and I agree with you. Saquon still played 13 games this year? I mean, he played through the injury. Oh, I mean, Dalvin Cook's off my list. Nick Chubb's in there.
Guys, hang on real quick. Hey, look, I just saw something. BJ Samuels. Did you just say that Derrick Henry's got to go?
He did say that.
Because I'm about to say, look.
He said, Henry got to go. Wait. You got to know. You got to know why he said that. You got to
want Lamar Jackson up there, bro.
No. That's not why he said that. You got to know why he said that. Who beat the brakes off the Ravens?
He's a Ravens fan. I'm about to say he's a Ravens fan.
Who beat the brakes off the Ravens in the playoffs, Marcus?
No.
I know, BJ, Dennis, this is all your fault. When you be trying to tell people to be ignorant thinkers, that's real ignorant thinking right there. That's ignorant as hell.
He's blaming Derrick Henry for Lamar Jackson not developing an out route.
BJ Samuels, if you don't think that Derrick Henry's a top 5 back, I have some beachfront property in Beirut I'd like to sell you. I got some beach.
Hold on, so hold on real quick.
I'm telling you, Marcus,
to-
you know what it is, bro. Earl Thomas, he disrespected Earl Thomas. They don't want to
Yeah,
act
that's
like
literally
he
what
exists.
it is.
Okay, they don't want to act like he exists.
Sean, back to you real quick because you asked why I'm taking off
Ricky
Dalvin Cook.
just said he's a 1 year wonder.
I
Oh,
mean,
Derrick Henry?
Even though he's joking.
Oh, boy. I'm going to say you better go sit down.
so Sean, you asked me why I'm taking off Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook? My bad. I didn't mean to go to that. My bad. So, and I'm not taking off Saquon. You should be taking off Dalvin Cook for the same reason why you're taking off Saquon. If that's the case, Dalvin Cook's always hurt. He only has 1 year that he's played. He's always hurt, right?
2,100 yards, 2,100 rushing yards in 3 years. What? Hang on. What is three in the 2,100?
7.
700. He's in his 3 years. He has averaged 700 yards a season rushing. He has never played 16. He's never played 16 games. And last year was his best year, and he had 1,100 yards. How many yards a game do you have to average 1,000 yards, Dennis? How many yards a game do you have to average to get 1,000 yards a season?
62 and a half.
62 and a half. 62.
So just to go off of that, Marcus, because you just made a point. That's the reason why I'm taking him off to put in Nick Chubb, because Nick Chubb, once again, had 900 yards his first year when he was the backup running back. Had close to 1,000 too. He had over 1,000 this year when he was a star back, but he still had to share carries with Kareem Hunt in the back half of the season. I mean, I think he pretty much deserves to be in there over Dalvin Cook.
Once again, though, Dalvin Cook deserves to be over Saquon Barkley because
he doesn't.
Barkley,
he does. Hold on, wait. Once again, Saquon had more yards than him this year.
He did not.
Hold on.
Look it up.
How much did he have this year? How much did he have? Look at it.
Saquon only barely broke 1,000 with 1,003.
So can I ask you something? Can I ask you something then? Who's on offensive line is better?
Oh my God! Come on.
No, this is a valid question, isn't it? It's a valid question.
That's not a valid question.
Something that Dalvin Cook does better than Saquon Barkley. One thing. Without talking about stats, like on the field, like
we're going
watching them play, what does he do better than Saquon?
If we're going
doesn't run harder, isn't faster, doesn't make better.
If we're going up for talent, Saquon's the better running back. But if we're going up for last year, Dalvin Cook deserves to be in the top 5, and Saquon doesn't. Period.
I don't think Dalvin Cook deserves to be in top 5 though.
Joe Mixon.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
I put Joe Mixon.
I think another running back that had better stats.
I think we are extremely disrespecting Nick Chubb. And shout out to my boy Walter.
Joe Mixon.
Shout out to my boy Walter Ringfield for
but nobody said Nick Chubb doesn't deserve to be in the top 5 though. It's just what running back we taking out to put him in.
Nick Chubb, did Nick Chubb lead the league in rushing last year?
No one's saying that he shouldn't be in there. No, everybody said, but everybody said he should be in there.
Dalvin Cook had 1,100 yards, and that's his best year. And he's played with Adam Thielen and Stephon Diggs. And I mean, Kirk Cousins ain't the best quarterback in the world, but he's not the worst. He's got a pretty good offensive line, and he still can't be healthy. 1,100 yards, you almost can accidentally get 1,100 yards. You almost can get. You almost if you think Dalvin Cook deserves to be in the top 5, then you're disrespecting Nick Chubb.
It reminds me of a lot of Eddie Lacy after 3 years. That's what it reminds me a lot of.
I mean, Trent Richards got over 1,100 yards his first year.
They had very similar first 3 years. And he was getting all this top 10 hype, all this top 5 hype, and then he disappeared.
Joe Mixon got more yards than Dalvin Cook.
Joe Mixon would be in my 5. For sure.
Joe Mixon got Leonard Fournette got more yards.
I'd have McCaffrey, and then Barkley, then Zeke, then Henry, and then Joe Mixon.
All I'm saying is Trent Richards got over, he had 1,000 yards before. Peyton Hills has had 1,000 yards before. You can have 1,000 yards season.
You know why I don't put Joe Mixon in? Because Joe Mixon had 20 more carries than Dalvin Cook. Dalvin Cook, he had 250 carries. Joe Mixon had 278, bro. And barely got more yards than Cook.
Okay, what about Leonard Fournette?
Hold on, let me go to Fournette for you.
How many times did Cook put the ball in the turf? Joe Mixon hasn't.
If that's, you know what, I got a guy that should be in the top 5 because of touchdowns and yards Aaron Jones.
Have more Leonard Fournette.
No, don't put no Leonard Fournette.
Aaron Jones.
His foot's done. His foot's done. He's not gonna have a healthy foot ever again.
Aaron Jones had like 16 or 17 touchdowns last
20.
year.
Fournette's not top 10.
Dalvin Cook is incredible. I mean, as far as a talent, but
Aaron Jones doesn't have as many rushing yards as Dalvin Cook, bro.
Okay, and how many rushing touchdowns did Dalvin Cook have?
16.
13. He had a lot.
Okay,
16.
13 compared to 13 ain't 17.
He said rushing. He had 13 rushing.
You got to
No, he had 13 rushing, bro.
Dalvin Cook is asking for this big contract, and this is why he's not going to get the contract that he wants right here, because he is injury prone. The dude has not played 16. He hasn't played 16 games, and he's asking for Christian McCaffrey and Zeke money. Are you serious? This is the worst possible time to ask for money. It's just you're not going to get it, bro. If you get anything over $10 million a year, consider yourself lucky. Consider yourself lucky, because
George,
I'm not giving you a dime over like $11 million.
Look at my screen.
Hold on.
How many carries Aaron Jones had?
No, look, bro. Where are you looking at? Here.
236.
I know.
Yeah,
Look.
How many carries did Dalvin Cook have?
You see my screen? You see the 13? It's 13 touchdowns.
I got 16 rushing and receiving. I got 3.
You sure that ain't career? Because he got 17 career.
No, that was last year. That was 2019. It was last year.
How many rushing attempts did Dalvin Cook have?
250.
236.
So wait. He got less.
Oh, Dalvin Cook got 250. Yeah.
He got less rushing attempts and more touchdowns. Yeah, I'm going Aaron Jones. I'm going Aaron.
All right, look, we'll move on to our next topic.
But he didn't have more yards though. Dalvin Cook had more yards.
Which Bosa's better?
Oh,
Nick's better.
I'm gonna go with Joey.
I always thought Nick was better, to be honest with you.
Which one plays for the 49ers?
Joey was coming off an injury, and also Derwin James was hurt last year too. I think with a healthy Derwin James and Joey Bosa coming back fully healthy on that, I just told y'all what I thought about the Chargers defense this year. I think the Chargers are going to definitely be a top 10 defense next year. I think they might be in the top 3 to 5 as far as sacks next year too.
Ricky said Joey too.
I mean, I think they're pretty equal in pass rushing ability. I think Nick Bosa is a better run stopper than Joey Bosa, and I'm pretty sure Joey Bosa was quoted in college or whatever that he thought Nick Bosa was going to be better than him. I'm pretty sure.
That's just being humble. You're supposed to say that about your little brother.
Some brothers compete.
Yeah, I get you. I understand that, but you're supposed to.
I'm just saying. He said that before, but I think just in general, just my own opinion.
Michael Vick said that.
I just think he's better against the run, and they're pretty equal in the pass rush. So,
these are my Ohio State boys, right here.
Next slide.
I'm going with Joey. I will say that Nick has a slight edge over him in the rushing game, but I do think Joey's the better pass rusher though. Right now at least. Like I said, right now at the moment, Joey's racked up. Joey got racked up more sacks last year with less of a team there as far as such on the defense last year, especially on that defensive line, rather than Nick.
Buckner this year, you'll see a whole different Nick.
Yeah, they got.
I mean, Nick's gonna go in. Right? Nick's getting 15 sacks this year, 16.
Yeah.
Nick just like his brothers, those players, you put him on a team, no matter what it is, he's gonna have success. Pretty much at the end, he's gonna be successful.
Nick's getting 15, guys. Don't do that.
I wouldn't say all that, but
he's getting 15.
At least double digits.
Hang on. Do y'all think Javon Kinlaw's going to start on that 49ers defensive line?
Yeah,
it's the second interior. Yeah,
he better than Solomon Thomas, but that's what
I'm saying. I mean, you look at what the 49ers have. You know, we just talked about the Redskins defensive line. I mean, Javon Kinlaw's a 330-pound defensive tackle, and you're putting that next to what they already had this past year. I think
an athletic 330, mind you.
Yes.
With a super high motor.
Yeah.
It ain't that high. Stop with that.
Kinlaw?
No, it's high. It's high.
It
Come
ain't
on.
that high.
The big problem is he has such a good motor, but he lacks technique sometimes with that motor. That's his big problem.
I seen him take plays off.
I mean, but come
Man,
on
you
now,
see
Dennis.
everybody take
Everybody
plays
takes
off,
plays off
Dennis.
in college when they know they're going to be a first-round pick that year.
I'm about to say, come on, Dennis.
Grant Delpit
Everybody
took
takes
a whole
off
year
plays.
off, apparently. So.
All right.
Davion Clowney took a whole year off. A year and a half.
I've never been high on Jadeveon Clowney.
I know we're not. I know. I'm not even.
Somebody else is very high on Jadeveon.
Miles Garrett took.
That I am. I'm very high on Jadeveon Clowney. I called him being drafted number 1. I called it.
You think he deserved that?
Yes.
He was pretty much consensus.
You go back and redraft that he's still number 1.
Yeah, he was consensus the number 1 pick, but let's be honest here.
They
literally said he should have sat out that year.
I know. Now I get that, but hold on, Jared, you're a college guy. You're an SEC guy at that. You watch SEC football. Like, let's be honest here. He was good, but he wasn't great.
He was very, very, very low effort most of the time in college.
Yeah, and that's his problem still to this. That's the problem still to this day, that he does not put his full effort in.
I mean, let's be honest. Sometimes the hype is going to get drafted before the talent. Sometimes.
Once again, I got you.
And I guess there also wasn't that good of a QB, I believe, that year too. That's why he was like.
And I understand that. Once again, though, his problem is he is lazy as all get out. He's the laziest player I feel like in the league, because he has the talent to be good, but he's lazy, and that's why he's never going to be good.
Because we're talking LSU. That's the main problem with Arden Key. That was his biggest issue. He has all the talent, still has all the talent, but he's so lazy. It's unbelievable. And that pisses me off because he's a very good pass rusher when he's actually trying.
Who's Arden Key? The
one he's on the Raiders. They draft. He was the one that they didn't really because he had.
I'm really talking about him.
He was not. He was on the when we beat Lamar in Louisville in the Citrus Bowl. He was the DN number 49. He was like second in the country in sacks that year.
I know what you're talking about for sure.
Yeah. He had all the talent, but he's so lazy.
Laziness kills players. Real quick. All right. So, whose stats are better for the? It's 3 years combined. Basically, I'm sorry. It's 3 years combined of player stats. Whose stats are better? Obviously, you see Moss has the touchdowns. Big advantage on the touchdowns.
Megatron. On everything else. Megatron.
So you're saying Randy Moss. What about you, Marcus? I mean, you saying Mark Megatron. I'm sorry, Marcus.
Randy Moss, in my opinion, could be arguably the best wide receiver to ever play. He's a unicorn, and so is Calvin Johnson. I think he was taller than Randy. I think Calvin Johnson was.
He is.
He was 6'5".
But
they're about the same height, 6'4", 6'5".
They're about the 6'4", 6'5". But Randy Moss is one of the most incredible players I ever saw play. And maybe it's just because Calvin Johnson didn't really get the, playing for Detroit. He really just never, he just played on some bad teams. Just really bad teams, and never really got to showcase his talent, Detroit is the place where good players go to die. And I'm scared for DeAndre Swift, to be perfectly honest with you. I'm scared for him. You think about you look at the players that the Lions have had that they just ruined, and the players were just like, you know what? I'm just going to retire. Barry Sanders, Calvin Johnson, I'm out of here. Sue, let's not forget they drafted Sue too. The Lions they're that kind of organization. They destroy careers.
So you're going with Moss, right?
Yes. Anywhere else, Calvin Johnson is a first ballot Hall of Famer. He still might be but he would have had a way more successful career somewhere else than damn Detroit.
I agree with that. Jared, who you going with?
I think it's hard. It's really hard because they had very different paths. Like Moss I feel like was always going somewhere where he could at least have a good team around him for the most part. I mean, he had the years with the Patriots, which did a lot to his stats too, with Tom Brady. I always liked Calvin Johnson more. I think he just did more. He was more versatile. I feel like I feel like Moss, we never really got to see him truly tested a lot because it was his the way he on more so specifically deep balls. He would just beat people, And Calvin, when he played on the Lions, everybody knew where the ball was going.
You still couldn't stop it.
Guy that was targeted.
Megatron, man.
So
Megatron is different.
so
hold on. Let me say this. Ricky said debatable because Dexter Lawrence is heavier than Kinlaw, and he said this Megatron and Moss thing is a washout. I'm also going to say I'm going with Megatron. I'm gonna have to go with Rashawn on this. Megatron is different.
I think it's different. I think this is the first time that I'm ever going to agree with Rashawn on this ever. Like ever, I mean. But only reason why though, here's the only reason why, because don't get me wrong. Moss, the way Moss played the game was effortless. Like complete effortless. Like everything that man did was effortless to a whole extent. But the thing that separates him and Calvin is just the simple fact that I hate that Moss took weeks off, games off,
seasons off,
years off. I hate it. Because guess what? Marcus, you said it. Moss could have been the greatest wide receiver to ever play this game. Like to ever play this game. Like ever. Like everything he did was effortless. Like it just truly was. And I mean, it's not saying that Calvin didn't. Because everything Calvin did was pretty much effortless too. But Moss was just truly great. He just was lazy. He was just lazy at times. And
I honestly feel like if T.O. and Randy Moss was to have a baby, he'll get Megatron. like seriously. He's big, tall, fast. He's gonna go get it. He's going over the middle. He's gonna hurt a safety trying to hit him. Like this dude was just crazy. And it's like the whole stadium know you about to get the ball. And you Ricky
said Randy Moss is on load management.
People. No, like you go on like it's funny. That's funny.
Randy helped us win a championship last year. He gave us our tight end.
Oh, Jesus
Christ! I forgot. I forgot to say.
No, but he actually had some key catches in the playoffs.
No, it's funny though because if you look at Jerry, he got his LSU blanket on. He always has his LSU blanket on. It's hilarious. Like
only tonight.
I'll see you have it on a couple times, Jerry. You're not about to share a lot of me, man. I'll see you have it on a couple times.
Megatron is different, man. Megatron was so different. He'd be my first pick in fantasy every year. I used to pick Megatron.
The second he made the catch at Georgia Tech, I knew he was different. That catch was crazy. He had to reach back for it and everything over the middle.
I remember being in the hospital watching that Bengals game when he caught that touchdown over like 5 people.
No, they both, like I said, they both ridiculous for short. But hey, last topic right here, fellas. People. Last topic. I just want to ask you guys a question. Is AJ Green being forgotten for one? And second of all, if he's healthy, is he a top 10 wide receiver in the league?
Yeah, if he's healthy.
That team that they have now.
Yeah, if he's healthy.
He's rightfully forgotten just because he's healthy. So hurt.
I'm gonna say this: if he's healthy, you might be looking at an argument for top 5 wide receiving core.
No. I always had him top 5 when he was healthy. Honestly,
no. I would say number 6, not top 5.
I would say it's an argument for 5 because they got 4 good wide receivers.
They do have 4 good wide receivers, which is funny.
And the corniest one is John Ross, and that's what I'm going to say on that.
Oh, you're counting him as good? You're counting Ross as good?
It's not the fact that he's good. It's the fact that, breakaway speed will get you somewhere. I ain't going to say get you far, but it'll get you somewhere.
Sometimes.
In the NFL, with breakaway speed, you can get pretty quick, pretty far, or pretty somewhere. You can be 2-3 seasons good at least with breakaway speed.
I take an AJ Green right now.
You know, I like who's similar to him, and that's actually an underrated receiver too, Jakeem Grant. I like him better than John Ross.
Jakeem Grant is a beast, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, from Miami.
Yeah, he went to Texas Tech. Yeah, he ran that like unofficial 4.24 that actually didn't get.
But Preston Williams had to beat him up for a spot. Shout out to the University of Tennessee.
Well, Jakeem's strictly a slot. He doesn't go outside. That's Preston and Devontae Parker are outside guys. Well, Devontae Parker is either one, but.
Breaking news, guys. Adam Schefter just reported off at ESPN. San Francisco is rewarding head coach Kyle Shanahan with a new 6-year contract that replaces.
Yeah, that happened a few hours ago.
Yeah. Kyle Shanahan's just got a 3-year extension on his. So
the question is, does he deserve it?
He's gonna be the coach there till 2025. So.
Yeah.
Do you guys think he deserves it?
I have no problem with them doing that.
They shouldn't have got rid of Harborough. They would have never fell off.
He's been such a great coach outside of like maybe 4 quarters of his career for the most part. So
that's how I feel. They wouldn't have got rid of Harborough, then they would have never fell off.
I think he deserves it. Fully deserves it. Fully.
49ers going to suck until 2025. Yeah, I said it.
Hater though, so I mean, I ain't got nothing to think.
Yeah, I said it.
Y'all gotta watch Dennis and Sean. Those two. Yeah.
Listen, I've been saying it. The 49ers gonna come back next season and go 6-10.
I ain't talking. I'm talking about you. You a hater at times.
Mark my word. Mark my word. 6-10. Mark my word.
With that being said, though, guys, I appreciate everyone tuning in today to the Vault. Monday Night Madness is about to get started literally in 15 minutes, so don't go nowhere.
That's right. I want to thank everybody for coming out and having a good time with us. I love when people come on the Vote and have a good time with us, man. Definitely want to thank y'all for that. I'm always having a ball, so
Catch us on Monday Night Madness, though, everybody. Appreciate you, Marcus. Appreciate you, Sean. Appreciate you, Jared. Shout out to Andre. Shout out to OnPoint. Appreciate you guys. Love you guys. All right, we out.
God bless.
Make sure y'all tune into the Alphabets Football Show on Friday night.